Well, hello, Brett. I'm a little behind the camera here. Trying to get my lighting right, so bear with me. Well, hello, Brett. I'm a little behind the camera here. Trying to get my lighting right. That's cool, Brett. Nice to see you. I thought I'd fire up StreamYard. I ain't done one in forever, so we got StreamYard going. So normally I just use my phone or whatever to do this stuff, but I thought, well, why not just do StreamYard? That's cool, Brett. We got two watching. Can give me a thumbs up, please. If you're my favorite frickin' troll, make sure you give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. It helps either way, but yeah, I haven't been doing a live stream in a long time on here, so gotta work on the golf cart. Got this big old box here. Right there is what I gotta put change on this, so. Yeah, so if Brett's not here no more, I know he pops in sometimes, says hello and leaves, but that's fine. If you're my troll, hey, give me a thumbs down, thumbs up, don't matter. Then go step in front of a freaking bus. That's what you need to do. If you're a good person, you're more than welcome to be here. Oh, why they gotta ship everything in freaking peanuts? They packed this full of peanuts. I don't like peanuts. $150 part here in the golf cart. Right there. I don't know why after 22 years my generator went out, but it does. Hey, share this out, trolls. Trolls and good people, if you will. I haven't done a live stream in a while. I'm actually using my Osmo Action 2 as my webcam. So that's why it's shooting in 4K. Better than a webcam that I normally use. Copy. Yeah, if you share me out, that'd be awesome. I have no issue with that. Go to my community tab here. My computer's running a little slow because I'm out in a metal building. So I don't think I'll be able to share myself out. So we got two watching right now. Thanks guys for coming in. Even my troll, thank you for the view. Oh crap. You know what I did not do? Gotta take care of that right now. I gotta turn my monetization on. Edit video. Gonna monetize this. Anytime now. move this over a little bit. There we go. Put her over here and drop my freaking $500 camera. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? There we go. Big, where's my mouse at? Right here. Monetization. There it is. Off. Turn her on. Done. Save. Go back. Start cam. Settings. There it is. We are back. Thank you, Mr. Brett. I appreciate it, my friend. Here, I'm going to put the invite, pin the invite up. Somebody wants to come up, hang out. They're welcome to. Copy. Want to come hang out with me? You're more than welcome to. A little laggy just today. I'll put the link out. Put the linky out. And I will pin it. Pin to messages. There we go. Yeah, if you're a legit good person, you want to come in, feel free to. You guys can come in, hang out with me. I'm off camera right now. Sure, here I am. The camera's sitting on a tripod, so. There's Brett. I got you, Brett. I know you don't like your camera on.
Yeah, I just showed my face, so. Oh, I'm getting an echo.
Well, I'm not using my headphones right now either, so, but I don't think it should matter.
Why?
Yeah,
I don't think that should be the problem.
No, it's sounding good now. The starter generator went out of this thing. And I'm still waiting on my Ranger to get here, so. This is, I got the part here. I just got it this morning.
Still getting an echo.
Is it
Oh, well.
for me? Is it for me? I tell you what, Brett.
It probably is, because I don't usually echo.
Yeah, let me flip on my headphones. They're Bluetooth, so. Let's see if I can.
You can walk, I don't know how far you can walk away from the device, but you can try it. Probably at least 20 feet or something, 30 feet.
Let me switch to,
How far?
There it went. I got you on my headphones now.
Okay. You have no echo now. I don't think. Nope.
All right.
So you should be able to walk
It
it.
was, yeah, it was, I should know better. When you have somebody
Mm.
come in,
You're
you
on
get the echo.
your phone, right?
No, I'm using my laptop.
Oh,
Right here's what this is what I'm putting on.
hope you
150
froze. Probably your internet
dollars for this
connection.
piece.
Yeah, it's a starter
Yeah,
motor.
I'm in the metal. Yeah, I'm in the metal building. What I should do is
Hmm.
uh, set my computer out in
It's
the
fairly
yard.
big for that thing, though.
Well, it takes up the whole back end of the engine when it's sitting there. So
Hmm.
what I should do is
Because I
move
had an
everything
ATV and the
around.
starter motor wasn't that big.
Oh, that's a starter slash generator. That starts it,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
also
Because I had a, what, I can't think now. I'm drawing a blank. An 87 Yamaha Warrior 350. Yeah, I had the starter was like
right.
half that size.
Yeah. I don't understand it. You know, that thing was 22 years old. And why do I have to put a starter?
It was the original one?
Yeah. Oh
Hmm.
yeah. 20,
That's
22 years of
interesting.
use, and
Yeah.
so finally I had to what it did, it was take a fit, and every now and then it would act like it didn't want to start.
Hmm.
And well, I did have a bad starter solenoid on it, so I played around with it, and it was working fine. And all of a sudden, just one day, out of the blue, it just quit working.
Uh, hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
because
was
it's just
using
old, wore out. You
yeah.
could,
So I have another golf cart sitting out there in the yard,
well, that's someone
right there. It's a
else's.
club car. That's my friend's Scott's, and I went over and I stole it out of his shed.
Oh, is it a
Yes,
stock
yes,
one or no?
yes. Oh, that one there is actually a little quicker than mine is. I put the
Oh,
lift kit on for him. It's got a 6-inch lift, dual A-arm lift underneath it, and we did the
oh,
bumper
okay.
plate and some other stuff.
Because they run
Stuff
probably
on it.
like 20, 22-inch, 25-inch tires or something.
That's got 22s on it, same as mine. Same,
Oh,
actually,
okay.
same uh, tire design as mine.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Got an
I
ATV. They
ended
probably
up,
use similar tires to an ATV.
yeah, these are, I don't know if you want to call
Or side by
them.
sides. I don't know if someone has a side by side,
Yeah,
but he was thinking about
yeah,
putting taller tires on it, but then it would like mess up the gear ratio a little bit, you
well,
know, because
this
he
one
was looking at
here,
going like 2 or 3 inch
yeah,
taller tire, but then it'd mess up the gear ratio. Because he wanted to
this
put a
one
lift
here,
on his Pioneer. That's what it is. It's on one of those Honda 1000 Pioneers. It's plenty fast. It does like
right?
55 or 60 or some crap.
Yeah, my
Maybe
Ranger,
it
whenever
might
it
actually
gets
do
here,
more. It's probably got, I don't know,
my Ranger, whenever it gets here,
50, 60 horsepower or something.
yeah, my Ranger is gonna be 44 horse, and
Hmm.
it'll
Yeah,
run
it's
about 52.
yeah,
52
it's
miles an hour.
it's the Honda one where it's a four-seater and then you can flip. It's kind of interesting. You can flip the back. There's like a back part you can flip down. You can flip it up and it makes the backrest for the back seats. And then if
Right.
you don't want to use have people in the back, you can flip it down and it becomes like probably like about a, I don't know, 3.5, 4 foot bed. Because the crazy thing is for side by sides or I think has longer wheelbase and like well, I had a Samurai for a while, and they're as longer wheelbase than that. I think a four door one might be even slightly longer wheelbase.
Yeah, I
But the
rode it.
Samurais though,
There's
you can't really take those fast off road. I mean, if you're off roading them, you're generally if you're going over like bumpy terrain, you're generally going slow, like 5-10 miles an
right.
hour.
Yeah, I got a video up on here. It says riding with Chuck and his Pioneer, and that was a 1,000 Honda Pioneer I was riding in.
Hmm.
We were riding in the back seat of it, and
Yeah,
I tell you
it'll
what,
hold 5 people.
they're not geared for, yeah, his is a 5 passenger.
Hmm. They have a little like seat in the middle.
They are
But I think you're.
not
Hi, Sunny Stormy. You're breaking up a little bit.
geared for
It
adults
might be.
in those back seats, so.
Hmm. I know someone. Yeah, I rode in his for a tiny bit, or just like
I'm a scout here, and
around his
Mike's, Mike,
property for like a few minutes.
yeah,
I rode in it. He has an ATV that had to get fixed too. The CV joint went out in it, and then yeah, and then he finally got like couple weeks ago or something. He got his boat running. It was sitting for like 8 years. His what the hell even is like a ski Centurion or something, like a 2003 ski Centurion. That same friend, he finally got his boat. I talked to his dad, and he's like, "Yeah, he got his boat running. Finally, it was a transmission in the boat, and they cleaned it up and got it running." And I talked to him on
you're
Sunday.
not. I'm gonna set up a table, and I'm moving my computer outside.
Okay,
This metal building's playing hell with it.
probably because it's in a metal building. I'm guessing you probably get better reception because, but he has I think it's like a ski Centurion or some shit like that. Yeah, I think I don't remember.
I mean,
I'm trying to.
I have Wi-Fi.
Uh, but yeah, he finally got his boat running. And I talked to his dad, and then they took it out. And I talked to him in the evening on was it the evening on Sunday? I think it was. Trying to get was it the evening on Sunday or was it Monday? I can't remember, but I talked to him. They said, yeah, we took his boat out and on the on the reservoir up the road. Well, it's kind of not really up the road. It's like a probably like a 35-40 minute drive. But it's he took it out and then
Right.
he said it ran good. He said his boat ran good. Yeah, so because they had to fix the transmission and it was all that was wrong with it. Other than that, they go, yeah, we fixed transmission and we started right up the first time. Just literally turned the key and it started right up.
Right.
And then that guy he has a
Yeah, when I
it's
worked.
ATV that was getting fixed was an
Yeah, when I had.
'07 Yamaha Grizzly.
Right.
So
When
those
I
things are pretty
had, when
fast.
I
Those things
worked
do
on.
like 70 miles an hour
Right. When I
or something
worked
like that,
down
or almost 70.
in the boat place, we ended
So,
up, I think the signals would be better now, but we would end up, pulling the transmissions and sending them out.
uh,
We wouldn't do them ourselves.
I don't know if he did it himself or not. I don't know if he like took the boat somewhere and had it done or had someone come and do it. I don't know. But yeah, he's like into toys like that. I've known him my whole entire life, and he's had a Yamaha Banshee, a CBR 600. He's had a few dirt bikes in his life. He's had a Sea-Doo Wave Runner like about 15 years ago.
Right.
He has the um, side by side now. The ATV's had for probably like 8 or 9 years. He bought it used from an older guy, and then yeah, he has like a lifted pickup truck. It's like 2 years old or something. It's like the newest body style Ford, but it's got like a 35s on it and like I don't even know, like a 4 or 6 inch lift on it.
Right.
And then it's like fixed up. But those trucks are going for a lot of damn money now. If he was to sell that thing, he'd get more money than what he bought it for.
Well, it's like this golf cart. Well, the guy called me today. He's not going to get it. He ended up doing something else. But these carts are going for $6,000 and $7,000 a piece
Wow.
when they're done like this. That white one, which is right behind us now, that's easy, a $6,500 golf cart. It does have a
Uh,
top. He just took the top off to get it into his shed up here, but it has a top like this and everything. I lifted
uh,
that 2 years ago.
Uh,
line, so.
so what do? You just put like lift blocks on it or something? Or what do you do?
No, it's an actual kit. You actually, the kit was $800. And
Wow.
it's just like if you lift an off-road vehicle, this has a lift kit underneath it too.
Oh, so
And,
they don't use leaf springs then? No, they use like
no,
coil
no, no.
springs.
You end up using the original, springs that come with it. They end up, using them. You don't use the original springs over, front and rear, cause it has, that one out there has leaf springs. This has coil over.
So yours rides better, yeah. Oh, you froze up again for a little bit, but yeah, the it's like leaf springs on like a Toyota or something. Yeah.
Yeah. What they do on that one there is, I moved the axle from the top side of the spring to the bottom side, then they got blocks that go in it.
Yeah, so it's like a spring over. Yeah. Oh, you went down. You lost connection. How you doing, Sunny Stormy? I saw you had a couple other streams earlier today, but he went down. I'll tell you something that's cool. I could take could take the whole body off and shit. When he comes back, I'll show it to him. When he comes back, I messed the paint job a little bit, but I could take the body off. And I got to do a little bit more to it. I can show Shmano. Because the body's screwed on because I couldn't fit the original. The original body's not really super even. Actually, it is. When you come back, he put on. I gotta do a little bit more. I gotta do a little bit more to this, but I can show you this. This is my. Oh, you went down again. I can't
It's
keep
not,
holding it. This thing weighs like 8 pounds. But I got a little crawler, kind of. If you're there, I got a little one.
yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
back, hopefully.
yeah. I
Just,
modified this from the original kit. So it got
well, that's
longer.
cool.
Well, it's kind of because I had to bend the shock towers why the shocks aren't straight up and down. It still flexes good, and then it's got the Terraflex revolver shackles on it, Terraflex Z box on it. Because if you turn the I got a tip from a guy on just watching a YouTube video. You turn the front Z boxes out. If you can
You
see
know
them,
what? Oh, right here it is. I,
the Z box is out. See, if you look at the back ones, they say they're only for the back. When you put them in on the inside, it's hard to see, but if you put them on the inside, they're pointed to the inside
yeah,
this
right,
way. And then what it does is these things open to like right there, and then they give you about 3/8 of an inch or half an inch more articulation. These ones open up too because it's unsprung right now, and then that pops
right,
out because it's unsprung. When you're driving it, you don't articulate the leaf spring all the way down, like
right,
straight down. There's like one wheel
right.
at a time. But yeah, it'll go down a little bit, and then it's got Rancho shocks on it. It's hard to see, but it's got like Rancho
Oh
shocks on it.
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, and then
Yep,
it's
see the
got
dimension.
it's got Interco IROC ND tires are actually licensed from Interco and an RC company makes them, and those are ballistic off-road Anvil wheels that aren't even made anymore. I got
Well,
those like
that's
2 years
cool.
ago. These rims alone for 4 of them were $140
Wow.
because they're like billet aluminum and it's all machined out,
Right.
tiny.
Yeah.
It's hard to do a lot of that work on
Right.
a machine, and then there are bead locks. The real ones aren't bead lock. These ones have like a bead lock ring on the inside, and then it's got this is the J4 Jimny body, the newest body style. And then what I did is these aren't the revolver shackles, the Z boxes weren't stock. The longer shocks, these shocks are 30 millimeters longer than the original ones. It's got the Toyota 8-inch axles on it. Because what I was trying to originally do was a hybrid Samurai
Right.
because in real life a lot of people put the Toyota 8-inch axle under a Samurai because what it does is on a real one, it gives you 2-inch more width because the axle's
Right.
a little bit lighter, and then it gives you the ability to run Toyota springs on it without even have to even you can do a spring over without even have to change because on a regular Samurai you have to flip the spring hanger, or like where the
Yeah.
spring mounts upside down, and then
Right.
do it like that, and then this one's got it's got like a this is the RC4 drive kit. It's got the transmission, a transfer case in it, and then it's all metal pretty much other than the receiver box, the chassis anyways, the receiver box and the spur gear on the transmission. All the rest is aluminum, yeah, aluminum. So I think it probably weighs about 8.5, 9 pounds.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy. It's
Well,
probably heavier
my
than your high lift
yeah, my high
because it's all
lift is sitting
metal.
back there. My
Yeah,
high
because it's all
lift,
metal. Even though it's shorter, it's probably
yeah,
a little bit, probably like a 2-3 inches shorter wheelbase. This thing's heavy. It is. It's like
yeah.
I picked it up and I'm like, because these are axles that have like all metal gears in them, metal axle shafts. The transmission's all metal geared. The transfer case's all metal geared.
That's
It's got all
cool.
them
You know
gears in
what?
there.
You know what we would do to them, and the high lifters has it done to a set of wheels, is I got bead locks for it. I took BBs. Do you like using a BB gun?
Oh
And we
yeah,
loaded the front wheels up with
but you,
BBs.
you can't do that on these though because they have like a ring that goes in the middle
Yeah.
of the
Well,
of the
that has a
wheel.
ring too. That has bead lock and it has a ring, but we were able to work it around in there. They also have like a foam in them. We cut
Yeah,
the
so do
foam
mine. We got
in
foam
a
in them
star
too.
pattern.
It's not-
I'd cut it out in a star pattern, and between each of the areas, I'd put BBs in it.
What I might do, I could take the wheels off, but these are a pain in the ass to get the freaking wheels like put together. They're a pain in the ass. It took me hours
Right.
because the way they mount on, and then plus too the screws are so freaking tiny. You don't want to like overstrip them. The screws are like what are they 2 millimeter by 5 millimeter long.
Oh yeah, they're tiny little guys.
Yeah. And then in this one, it flexes pretty good. You get like 4 inches of articulation out of it,
Well,
which,
that's
which is
cool.
pretty darn good. Yeah, this thing, and then it only goes about 10 miles an hour because I got a 27 turn Holmes Hobbies motor, which Holmes Hobbies makes really good motors, and then
Yeah.
I think it's got a 14, it's got a 14 tooth pinion gear on it. I don't know what the spur gear is. It's a standard like really common one. I think it says on it somewhere. It says on it. I can
Yeah.
read it. It says
But
on
if
it.
you're using it if you're using it as a crawler, you don't want to have a whole lot of speed anyway.
No, 60,
Because yeah,
64 tooth. Um, what is it? 8.8 m, point 0.8 modified. So it's a 64 tooth, the 14 tooth pinion gear. What I could do too is because the guy recommended me putting a 27 in there. The simple fact that I'm running a 2-cell lipo, but then he said if you want to, you may have to or may want to go to a 1 tooth lower on the pinion gear if you want a little
yeah,
more grunt. But he usually runs because he gave me the battery for like $20, and they're like a 40 something $42 battery. And then what it
right.
is he doesn't use 2 cells in any of his crawlers. He uses 3 cells with like 35 turn or 27 turn motors in them. Depends on how heavy the vehicle is. But
Mm-hmm.
like this one wasn't the stock tires and wheels because these ones are smaller wheels. The other ones are 1.9s, which are probably the same size as your high lift.
Right.
The stock size ones, but these ones are smaller because I wanted them to look more scale, and these tires
Right.
look more scale because these are like still equivalent to 38s, 38 15s inches wide. If you go up like a 110 scale, and so they're big. The original wheels, I had one out because I was about ready to like just mount them, and I was still holding them up. These are the kit, the wheels that came with the kit. You can see they're bigger. They're a little bit bigger. They're like probably 4 or 5 millimeters bigger. If you look at them, they're a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Whatever
Give me
they are,
just a
they may be
second
more.
here.
Yeah. And this thing's getting heavy, so I got to put it down. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then what it is with the leaf springs Yeah, they've softened up a little bit. I've used it probably for like about a half a battery charge. That battery probably lasts 45 minutes. It's a 4200. I think it's a 35C 7.2 volt lipo, and then
I'm listening,
um,
Brett.
the body kind of the paint job not the best because I was spraying with the blue kit, the transparent blue with the first can of it, and all of a sudden it was like blotching. It was coming out blotching. It ruined the body. So then I said, kind of screw it. And then and then it was a lot of work putting all the decals on it. For the window tinting, it's all decals on the outside. And then you got to put the grill on and the rear mirrors on and the body's actually originally made for an MST um, crawler. It's the same wheelbase, but what it is it came with bumpers and Nerf bar or rock sliders and all that stuff, like plastic bumpers, plastic rock sliders. But I couldn't use those because they won't fit on this kit. But I'm gonna eventually get other bumpers for it because that bumper is originally designed to mount the Tamiya um, Wrangler body on it. That's originally designed for. And then so that's why the bumper sticks out like that because you put body posts on the front of it, and then you put body posts on the back part. That's why it's got holes on it on the back part. You put if I can show you it again. You put like little body posts that stick out maybe about I don't know maybe 3/4 of an inch, and then you put a body clip through them, and that's how you mount the rear of that Wrangler body on. And then that's why this thing has no tail lights.
Oh, it
I think
doesn't? Can you hear me?
no. Yeah, I can hear
There
you.
we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
it has
okay.
no tail lights because
I
normally
went to move.
on a Jimny it has a bumper that goes down, and then the tail lights are in the bumper. But I'm gonna put a
Oh,
different bumper
okay.
on it anyways. You don't really need tail lights, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. And then I want to get a rooftop tent for it too, and then maybe little fold out rooftop tents for these things too.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. They also,
Yeah,
you can get like scale, what is it? You can
trailers.
get jacks, trailers,
Yeah,
buckets,
you can get all kinds of shit for those things. Yeah.
camping gear, fire
Yeah, camping gear.
extinguishers.
Well, they make little tents and little like roll out pads that roll up and they have little like nylon straps that actually when you fold up the roll, you put these little nylon straps on that look like the straps you put on like a camping bedroll to roll it up, and
Yeah,
then the little bedrolls are like foam, just like a real one, and then they make little sleeping bags. They do.
yeah,
I found a company that makes because there's that craze going around the tiny food. Have you ever seen people on
right.
YouTube? They make the tiny little micro food for it's like about the size of food for like a Barbie doll, and it's just like the burgers are like maybe half an inch. And then what you can do is I found you can actually get little miniature like barbecues. Then you can actually really use they take like little tiny pieces of wood or um, wood shavings and you put them in there and you can light it and they're the little barbecues that are probably about I don't know equivalent to that thing probably about 2 or 3 inches long
Right.
or whatever they are. They make yeah no, and then they make like little miniature pots and pans. They're actually like real aluminum or brass. And supposedly you can actually cook in them if you have a small like stove. I guess
Right.
they make the small stoves.
Can you imagine trying
Tiny,
to cook? Can you imagine trying to cook a meal in those?
yeah,
Okay,
tiny
what do you
barb.
guys want? You guys want cheeseburgers or what?
Yeah,
Okay, how many do you want? Cause
yeah.
it's gonna be a
There'd be
lot.
like 2 or 3. You know, you put on there. It's like my am I? There's a company that makes them. Micro barbecue. There's a. I was looking them up one day. Yeah, there's like a desert desert and fox ultralight mini camping stove, titanium alloy, automatic, and the guy's holding it in his hand, and it's about 2 inches tall, and
Wow,
it'll really cook shit too. I think.
that's cool.
Yeah, and it's a little. I think it'll cook. Yep, it will. A tiny little stove will cook something. It comes with um, Yeah, it's made for camping.
Well, that's cool. And Sonny,
And
if you're
it,
still here, I'm not ignoring you. I
yeah,
saw your comment. I didn't know if I commented or not. I said hello
yeah.
to you.
There's a little hibachi grill, updated international cast iron hibachi grill. It's um, three. I think the top of the surface is 3.3 or 3 3/8 of an inch by 4.5 inches, and it's a little
Wow.
tiny hibachi grill. It's cast iron. And you can actually supposedly you can actually quality construction made from cast iron, wood base, easy clean, removable grill. Yep, you can use it for cooking your
Well,
tiny
that's
food.
cool.
What the mini hibachi is actually
Good.
for is like it comes with um, little those hibachi sticks that are like V'd
Right.
at the top, and you can they have sharp points on them, so you can I put food on them to
Right.
cook your tiny food. Here's another one too. There's a V Boost coal burner, electric charcoal burner for coal, portable stove, and this thing how big is this thing? 500 watt.
Oh,
That one's fairly big. It's still kind of mini, but it's like not super small. Portable
I found it
pump,
with it.
USB.
I found
The
it with that
hell
for
is
my
that?
starter, my generator.
Portable air micro air pump. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of cool though. I'm looking. I um can go micro same okay smoker grill, micro smoker grill. Yeah, they make a tiny one. It looks like a real barrel smoker. It's like super tiny, and then you can supposedly cook in it. Oh, that's a prize engraved on request. That's just like a trophy. You win a
Hmm.
barbecue contest, like a little trophy,
Yeah,
micro
I found
small
out what
trophy.
happened to my starter, by the way.
Oh, what was it?
The bottom wire is got overheated at some point. And,
Uh,
um, I didn't sure if I could get the nut off. I may have to put some vice grips on it and break it off. But they give you new stuff with the other one, so.
yeah.
But,
Trying to find the micro folding wood stove. That's cool for camping. Handheld mechanical smoker. The hell is? Oh, it's a dude that smokes a cigarette. And it shows what it does to your lungs. You press this little like balloon, and it shows what it does to your lungs. It has like a plastic bag with like lung in it, and then it shows what it does to your lungs when you puff it every time.
okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah,
find mini hibachis. Yeah, those are cool. There's a two set of mini hibachis. They're tiny.
yeah, I got my money's worth out of this generator starter, so.
Mm-hmm. Kind of fun. I was looking at like that one's pretty big. It's a stovetop smoker micro camp stove. Let's see if I got a tiny one. Oh no, that one's really small.
Gets right down to it, this generator's not that hard to change. There's basically three wires. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of cool. Already got
Yeah,
it.
they are. Yeah, I changed the starter before. Well, I used to have a Willys Jeep when I changed the starter. I still have pictures of it in the photo album.
But
I
this
have
is
like
what my
two
issue
or three
was.
pictures of it.
This is what my issue was. I don't know if you can see it or not. See right there?
Oh,
See how that's corroded and
yep.
I went to try and it busted off. So, but
Oh, yeah.
the new generator comes with a new wire. So
Oh,
I
that's
took that
good.
off
Yeah.
for no reason. So I got a wire that goes back here and I got a hot wire that goes on right here. The hot goes here and the ground goes on the case here, so.
Yep. That's a pretty big. Yeah, it's a starter generator. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's a starter slash
The
generator.
Willys
I'm
Jeep, it
not
didn't
gonna,
have the original motor in it. It had a one, because the original motor was like a 134. The motor that was in it was, I think, if I remember right, it was a 161 small six, really small six cylinder, but it had like 90 horse. Because how I found this all out when I had the Willys Jeep, I just sent a bunch of, was this back like 2001 or 2002? I sent a bunch of picture. I took a bunch of pictures on a film camera, sent them to the original. I don't know if it's still open now, but the original Willys Overland dealer, because they still sold like remanufactured parts and some old stock and stuff. And they sold like
yeah,
licensed like Woolies Overland stuff that was, that they put their license on, and then companies would stamp it on like metal products and stuff. And then so I probably sent like 8 or 10 pictures back, and then like I sent them back there, and like a couple weeks later I get the pictures back, and the guy goes, yeah, he told me right away. He sent me like a piece of paper. He goes, yeah, this is what the engine is. It's a 161, and it has 90 horsepower. So it had 30 more horsepower than a stock one, and it was a six cylinder. But the only thing bad about the engine, it was cool. It had a bigger engine, but I go, and then he said in the letter what it was out of. And it was out of I think it was out of like a 52 to 55 Willys sedan that was even more rare than the Willys Jeep. It was like pretty damn. The car was pretty damn rare because they didn't make very many of them every year, and I never seen one, and I'm like, oh damn! So it was like a double-edged sword. It was like, well, the engines have more horsepower, but then the engine's rare. It's like twice as rare as a Willys Jeep. So I'm like, well, they do a lot of good, and then we ended up having problems. I let it sit for a while, and then it was. I moved in with my brother, and we had it in his backyard. And then we went out tried to go start it, and we are like, well, is it the starter? First, that's what we tried. So we tapped the starter with like a rubber mallet. That's how you do it to unstick the old types of starters that have the Bendix on it. I think is what it was called.
yeah. Well,
The
also,
one where the
if you,
starters kick out. They like
if you
spin
hit,
like a half a rotation and kick out. And then we
also,
were the solenoid would we thought the solenoid was stuck, so we tapped it, tried to start it, tap it again, and we did screw that after about probably half an hour doing that. And then we go, oh, let's just see how we're gonna get the thing started. And then so me and my brother my brother goes, oh, I'll take the distributor cap off, because it had a points distributor with the little thing that spun around and
right.
hit the little things they were on, had it with a cap on it, and then it would spin around and hit all the spark plugs to get it going. Well, we took that off and go, and I tried to crank it over, and the what the hell they call that thing, I don't know what they call the piece in there, the little L-shaped kind of looking piece, and then it would spin around, but it wouldn't do anything. We weren't getting any. No. When we took it off, and we go, it wasn't. I don't think it was spinning. And then we go, well, why isn't the thing spinning? And then
Oh,
and then we wondered, and then we
that,
took it out,
that,
and then we found out the spleens on the end of the starter shaft were broken off inside the engine block.
oh
So
shit.
that's one reason why I ended up selling it, because if that wasn't wrong with it, the thing would have started right up. I'm pretty sure. It may needed to some carb cleaner like sprayed in it, but it would have started right up, because that thing wasn't 100% stock. I mean, it was like probably about I'm probably guessing like 30 or 40% like non-original, because it had. Remember when I bought it, it had a new gas tank in it. That was like years ago, like 20, 20, probably like 22 years ago or something. It had a different gas
Right.
tank. The guy moved the seat back an inch and a half, more leg room. It had a new heater in it. It was converted from vacuum gauges to electric gauges. It had been converted from vacuum wiper motors to electric wiper motors. Converted to 12 volt. It had a custom made bumper on it with the really nice 8274 Warren winch on it. and then it had
Yeah.
um, it had a the aftermarket worn hubs because on those old vehicles they had the locking hubs. You had to get out and lock them to get them, on each wheel, front wheel to get the locking in 4-wheel drive. Then it had
Right.
um, what else did it have on it? It had a bigger steering box that was like about double the size of the original one, so it'd be easier to steer, even though it was still manuals. The manual steering, the steering box was bigger. It had uh, different battery tray in it than stock. What else did it have on there? It had um, it had a tilt steering wheel from a '79 Camaro, Rally Sport Camaro in it. So the guy put it in there so you could tilt the steering wheel up about probably 3 or 4 inches so you could actually get in it. Because
Oh,
the
hello. We got
little
somebody new in here.
I
We got a lady in.
Laru
Laura. Laura
Seagrass
Seagrass. Yeah.
Laru
Not
Seagrass.
ignoring.
Thank
We
you for
don't
coming.
ignore anybody.
Yeah,
We don't ignore anybody new. You're welcome here.
no, I smashed now my like on your LS. Thank you, Laura, for smashing like on his LS. But and then what else might the vehicle have? It had or a roll cage or a roll bar you put in it, and then it had the front part of the roll cage. Remember when I got it? So then I had my dad's best friend because he used to be a boilermaker. This is like years ago. We went over to him. We towed it to his house, and then in his driveway we put the the front part of the roll bar on, which is the one that goes around the inside of the windshield, and then it had the
Right.
side tubes that went down. And then I bought a new windshield frame for it, but the other windshield frame was kind of hacked up a little bit. And
Right.
then I put one of the best tops on it, which was like $600. They're even more now. They're probably about two
Oh
hundred,
yeah.
$300 more now. And
Yeah. A
then
buddy of mine just put a best stop on his Jeep, and it was like $800-900 for that
yeah,
stuff.
the old ones were like I probably paid like yes, and probably like 500 for it back a long time ago, and then it was one of the ones where it's an older type of like best top where you could fold up the sides and the back, or you could take the whole top off, or you could because when you roll up the sides or in the back, you could roll up one side, both sides. You could roll up the back, and then it snapped with like these little like nylon straps. It snapped it up to hold it up, and then you could take the doors off, keep the doors on, or you could roll the windows down. Like or like zip the windows out, and then it
Right.
snapped to the front of the windshield, so you could, and then the thing could also be, if you did it right, could be folded down, and then you could strap it to the
Right.
back with these little straps that went around it, and then I put a new tailgate on it, and it had, and then I was starting to put I was going to put a small lift on it, but then I put the revolver shackles on the front. I was put the revolver shackles on the rear, but then I never got around to it, and then it just sat there. And that's when we had the starter problem. And then I just ended up selling it for like, I think I remember I was selling it for maybe like $1,100 or something like that, or something like that. And then it was like $600 less than I paid for it. I think it was, or $700 less than I paid for it. And then what the cool thing about it is I got to keep the winch, which even used those winches are still like worth $1,000. I think
Right.
still till this day they might work because they were like a $1,200 something winch, brand new, the 8274, the original
Right.
8274, not the 8274 50s. I think the other ones are called because they're like one of the best winches ever made, still to this day, for like durability and like pulling power. They
Right.
had like a 4.6 horse motor in them or some shit. and then and
Yeah.
then and then he let me keep the nice tires on it. And then the tires and rims I had like the faux B blocks. There was steel, and I had Trex's 31 1050 Trex's Interco mud terrains. God let me keep the tires, and then I bought like years later, probably about I don't know 8 or something years. I think probably like in 2009 or 10. Ended up buying a Samurai, but I only had a Samurai for a year and a half. But then we ended up putting a lift on the Samurai, a 5-inch lift on the Samurai. So the 31s looked awesome on it. And then we had a guy. I bought the gears for like 400 and something dollars, and then we had a guy that my brother knew that lived in Woodinville or something. We had him put the gears in for like, I don't know, it's like $100 or something. He did it in his garage.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then what it is, Samurais, if you're ever going to build an off-road vehicle, Samurais are really good to go with, because you can, if you're going to drive it on the road a little bit and then off-road it some, like take it,
Right.
not super hard off-road, but like take it to like it'd be like taking it to Evans Creek or Tahuya here. And then Samurais have a divorce transfer case. So what it means is if you put gears in it, or put a transfer case already built with the gears in it, and put it in there. Like if you put I think mine was a 4.15 to 1, I think what it was, or something like that. I'd have to look it up again. But it lowered because since it's divorced, it lowers the 2 range also. So even if you're in 2-wheel drive, you get a 12-inch reduction, or 12% reduction on that transfer case gears that they put in there. And then what it does for you is, if you're driving on the street, you still have the same power as you would normally with the stock size tires on it, on a Samurai.
Yeah.
And then you can also get I think there's 2 other gear sets you can get. And then like there's a 6.5 to 1 or something, I think, or 6 to 1, something like that. It's really low. And then that one reduces your, I think, like 17% your 2-wheel drive. So you can put up to like, I think 33s or something like that on there without having to put axle gears in it.
Wow.
Which eventually when you go to most off-road vehicles, when you go, like if you're building a Toyota or a Wrangler, when you go taller wheel size, you're going to eventually have to put gears in, or taller tire size, you have to eventually put axle gears in there. Even if you reduce the transfer case, when you put the tall tires on there, it's going to kind of like lower. Like if you have a like a 4.7 to 1 transfer, my brother's got in his Toyota, when he started going humongous tires, he had to put lower gears in the diffs, because he found out when he was running like the 33s with the 4.7 to 1, he got his torque was better for low than it was when he put like 40s on there. When he put the 40s on there, his transfer case, his off-road torque went down. So then he had to put 528s. Now he's got 528s. The problem with the 528s is when he put them in there, he had at one time he had 41s on an 84 Truggy. It's called a Truggy now. And second time out he blew the gears out in the rear axle.
Wow.
Because the tires freaking weigh with the 15, I think it's 15 10-inch rim, no, 15 12-inch rims or something like that. Because I think the tires he used to have when there were 41 50s by 1350. And so the tires are so freaking heavy that with the lower transfer case and the lower gears and the front and rear diff, it just blew the gears out. And so what he did is he went to a little bit lighter, like 40-inch tire that probably saved him about 15, 20 pounds or something of weight. So he doesn't blow the gears out as much. But he has 2 Toyotas. It's like, I don't know why you need 2, but he has 2. He has a 84 4Runner that's like has 37s on it and like a 6-inch lift, and it's just fit. And then what's weird is one of his vehicles is different. They're both different than the other, because one runs off of propane, the other one runs off of a modified, slightly modified 22 R motor, which has a different cam in it and a full header to like a muffler on it. The whole exhaust is new, and then it's got a Weber carb in it that gives you like a little bit more power, probably like about 10 more horsepower, 12 more horsepower. And then, because those don't have much horsepower, those have like 97. And then the only thing is the Weber carb works really good on when you're going pretty flat, but when you get on inclines, it starts to like sputter a little bit, because you're supposed to only use those carburetors on the street technically.
Right.
And then his 4Runner's got longer leaf springs, the same length leaf springs in the front as his other 84 Truggy, but then the leaf springs are longer in the stock ones on the rear of the 4Runner, but they're not as long as the ones on his Truggy, because that one, what he did is you buy the easiest model. You buy used 65-inch Chevy leaf springs from a half-ton, like 70s model Chevy truck, and then what you do is you move the spring hanger up all the length that the new leaf spring adds, which is like or most of the length, and then so what it does is you can mount them the axle centered underneath the wheel well, and then it gives you like about probably I don't know, gives you more than double the articulation
Wow.
because, on it, and then what you do is you would think that the truck would be heavier, they wouldn't flex as good, but they get good flex. Probably gets about more probably at least 3 feet of articulation out of that Toyota because he was trying to do on his one Toyota, he's trying to do an articulation test. He goes, "Oh, yeah, we don't have any ramps, so I'm just going to drive it up on the back of the trailer." Well, he was driving it up and he missed the spot and he hit a sharp corner and this was like probably like 3 months ago and popped one of his freaking tires on his Forerunner. So then luckily he had a spare and he had to change it out with one of his buddies. I watched him do it, and him and his buddy
Well, there you
changed the
go.
tire out because we put a big cut in the tire, like a 2 or 3 inch gash in the tire. But yeah,
Well, I
his
was
go ahead.
last year. I was running this. We were going over to a place called Ruby Creek up here, and it's like everybody goes over there, for a ride. And I was leading a bunch of side by sides with this because I go side by side speed with this. And I was
Hmm.
going down the road about probably they estimated 30 miles an hour, and the rear tire on the other side, would be the driver's side of this, flew off it, and it passed me in the air, went into the woods, it bounced off a few trees, and I got it to stop somehow. I got it to stop. It didn't flip. I got it to stop, and it was sitting in the road with three wheels, and the brake drum was dug into the dirt. So we were scratching our heads. So somebody went back, and they brought back a tool, and we took a lug nut off each of the other wheels to put it on there to
Hmm.
limp it back here. With these aluminum rims on these golf carts, you got to use Loctite on these lug nuts, and I
Uh,
took that tire off because
the blue one probably,
I
blue
didn't clutch.
Loctite,
I did clutch work on it, and I
not
just
the
put
red.
it together,
Or use
and
it.
I forgot to put Loctite on it.
Mhm. Yeah, you got to be careful with any Loctite though, because you put too much on, even the blue stuff. If you cake it on, it'll be hard to get off. So you
Yeah,
only want to put like a tiny bit.
yeah, these are held on with blue. Uh,
Yeah, blue. You
Even
don't ever
my,
use anybody that in the chat that would want to put Loctite underneath any bolts. Don't use the red.
exactly.
You
And
may strip it out, especially smaller bolts and screws.
LaRue, that's no problem. I made you a moderator because I kind of somewhat looked at your channel. If you want to connect with somebody, we don't have to do links. You can just go ahead and the three dots next to their name and just let them
Hmm.
know. I'm not a sub for sub channel. I'm like Brett, but I like
Yeah,
to have as many moderators where he's the opposite. That way I don't have to worry about the chat. If I got enough blue in there, people will know they don't want to
yeah,
mess
but
with my
I
channel.
generally have at least a few people that are blue in my channel on my whole stream.
Well,
Some
yeah,
are
I
just
see
usually
you got,
lurking. Some are just usually lurking.
yeah, yeah, because, I've been watching your streams. I lurk. And
Hmm.
I see you got Sean Williams. I think he's
Yeah, I
probably,
got I got other ones that go in there too.
yeah. And,
But
but
yeah, my
eventually
last
I'm probably going to go through my mod list uh, and remove a few because I know I
people
don't
don't
live
show up,
stream
are
it.
they at all?
They don't show up, or I really don't care. I got to get in the habit of doing these again. I said I would.
At least do
I
them
have a
like
place set
maybe
up.
once a week for like a couple hours or something, or an hour and a half.
Yeah, yeah, and this is kind of out of the blue. I know doing them this early in the afternoon, there are people in the States at work. Then you got people in the Philippine community that are sleeping.
Yeah,
So you got to get
sleeping.
that happy medium. And I was watching J Mike
Yeah.
live stream, and I have an issue with music live streams. I don't sing, so I don't. I usually go in there and I'll give my
I sing
like a
sometimes,
thumb.
but
I know you do, and I usually give them a like. Then I will end up. Yeah, right here, lady. Don't go driving on my freaking grass. I'm trying to get grass grows. So the FedEx lady, she comes around and drives,
mhm,
parks on my grass on the other side of the house,
mhm,
and then walks in, and my driveway's right here. And
mhm.
that's the, oh, oh, she says, oh, that's the driveway right there. So
There's
that's what
some.
they're gonna do.
Speaking of that, like driving on grass, I watched this guy's channel where he like take he bought his son a freaking '80s model Corvette, his 10-year-old son, so his son can like grow into it. And they're gonna rebuild it, and then
Right,
they got it running. It was like beat up. He got it for really cheap, and it was running. And then he was like doing fishtails in their grass in front of their house. They probably live on like a few acres, like 3 or 4 acres of
right,
land. And it's funny. It's called, I think the channel's called Super Dude. And then he has a family and his wife and his son, his daughter, his son. I think they have one other kid, and then they all work on cars together. It's pretty entertaining. They buy like old cars, and then his son was all pumped up. He was getting a Corvette because his dad's gonna get it running and fix it up, not restore it, but fix it up to where it's like nice shape, like nice drivable shape, and they're gonna fix the
right.
interior and all that shit,
Yeah.
make the interior look halfway like pretty good and stuff. And then I watched another guy that you might like called Bikes and Beards.
You want to be famous?
Why?
I'm 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 a YouTuber and I'm live streaming right now.
Oh,
Say
Kind of
say
famous,
hello.
semi-famous.
Come on, say hello.
What's
Hi.
up?
That's Brett. He
Yeah,
just
my
flashed
mom
his
is guest
face.
on his panel.
Where you want this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we're talking about like vehicles and stuff. 'Cause I'm into vehicles.
Yeah, he can't hear you. I got headphones on, so
Oh, that's like the UPS guy or the postal guy,
the FedEx guy. He brought
the
food
FedEx,
for the dog.
UPS, FedEx, postal service,
FedEx.
same thing. The courier,
Yeah,
what they call it in
exactly.
like um, lots of Europe, and then I think they call that in Australia too a courier. Which means the
Yeah,
courier is the one that delivers packages. The mailman just delivers the paper mail. That's how they
yeah.
differentiate.
What is
Someone was
it?
telling me that like couple weeks ago in the stream. The guy from the
Yeah,
UK.
yeah. Who's it? Oh, he's from. What's he from? New Zealand or Australia? Halfwit.
Oh,
I think it's
Halfwit's
half.
a goofy dude. Yeah, he's cool, but he's
Yeah,
like he's just kind of different. But he's been going on stream showing his. He was on. I was on a panel with him. I think he's been on my stream where he showed his mini mart he has. It's like a cafe slash mini mart. And he has a full menu. He's like a full menu where he's
yeah,
deep fried stuff, makes sandwiches, burgers, all kinds of shit.
yeah. I was watching him and one of the live streams. It might have been on Yeti Yamodi's or somebody's, but
Yeah,
he was showing his little mart. He does fish and chips, and he was showing
yeah.
his his how he plumbed it, his drains.
Hmm.
And he says, yeah, he says that unfortunately when he flushes the toilet, it goes in that to this bin too. I said, ooh,
Yeah, and then
I
he was
think
showing he
like
was
I said,
showing his um he was showing his like lettuce on one. I don't know if it was my stream or someone else's. Like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, he was showing his lettuce that he grows for. He just grows it. He grows like 3 different varieties of lettuce for his burgers. Is why he grows the lettuce. And what happened is his greenhouse. It was like a bad storm, and part of his greenhouse collapsed. So he had to move it all indoors, and he had to put this little grow light in the inside of the where the back of um, the like kind of off to the side in the back of his little shop, and then the shop's connected to his house, and then he
oh,
lives
okay,
up. What Harvey lives pretty far. He probably lives about 10 kilometers or something, or 12 kilometers from any freaking store. So he's the only store in that little town. He said there's probably no, probably I don't know less than a dozen people who live in his town. or something. He was saying, 'cause he goes, yeah, there's a house here and a house here and a house over there, I think, or something. That's all he said. He said there was like 3 or 4 other houses in the whole thing, but then people pass by there, I think, to go to the mountains. So that's
Well,
like it's been, but yeah,
that's like in our association as far as people live here full time. There's a dozen people in here full time.
uh,
Rest of the people they have campers in here and stuff like that. We started out with a 25 foot Nomad travel trailer on this lot. We went from that to a
Uh-oh.
fifth wheel, and then we went to a house. Then we're going from there, and
so what'd you ever do with your motorhome you had?
I put it on Facebook Marketplace on a Wednesday night. It wasn't even a half hour. A lady contacted me. She says, I'm really interested in it. We can be there tomorrow. We're from Kalkaska area, which is north and east of us. And I said, oh, okay, no problem. I figured, it's Facebook Marketplace. They're going to say anything, you know?
Mhm.
So next morning, I looked at my Facebook, and there was a message from her. We're at Holly Road and Woods Trail. I said, oh, you're really close then. So I took the motorhome down there to meet him, and I got it stuck in the snow. I had to get it towed out, so a guy come through and helped tow it out. We brought it back here.
That was like
They took it.
5 months ago or 6 months ago or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. They brought it back and looked it over, and she says, well, yeah, I think we're going to take it. And I told her what I wanted for it, and she says, okay, we'll be back tomorrow to pick it up. I said, well, they already paid me for it. I said, why don't we just give me about 10, 15 minutes, and I quick emptied it out, and it left that same day.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
It's up in Kalkaska now. So
And that was like an 80 something, wasn't it?
83.
80, it was a
And,
Dodge, right?
That was a Chevy.
Oh, Chevy. Okay, it was the same, pretty
It
much
was
the
a
same thing.
Yeah,
Chevy van.
Chevy,
Front end.
Chevy's, yeah, it was a C30, which is a equivalent to a one-ton van.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got rid of
Those
that, then
motorhomes
I
have
turned
dual rear
around.
axle or dual tires in the back.
Yeah, I got rid of that, then I bought, well, there's my wife's, but there's my truck right there. I don't know if you can see it.
About a
There's
travel
truck.
trailer.
Then we're gonna put a travel trailer in the bay over here.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be like a 20, probably a 24 or 27 foot travel trailer.
Well, that bay's 30 feet deep.
Yeah, so you could put a 20. I don't know. They make so many different sizes of them now. Like
The
probably
motorhome was 24 feet, and I had 8 or 9 feet ahead of it, so I had. plenty
oh,
of
you
room.
could put like a 27
I
or
could Yeah, 27 to a 30 footer in that bay.
hmm
And the door is 12 foot high and 12 foot wide, so it's a 12 by 12 door. So, allowing for a roof air conditioner, I could back it right in that bay. So,
hmm Yeah, because you could probably put a semi truck in there.
yeah. Thank you, Sonny, for saying that too. You can tap or click to your avatar.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I know.
somebody's-
Yeah. Go ahead.
If somebody's moderated, they can
Mhm.
go use the go to channel function if they want.
I know someone at their house. They got a regular garage, which is a two car garage connected to their house, and then you walk probably about 60 yards from their house, and they got one of those shops that has the double door. It has a regular sized garage door on one side, and the other side's got a tall enough garage door you could drive a freaking semi truck with stacks on it through the freaking thing.
Well, this has
Probably.
got different size. Yeah, I got 2 different size doors on this.
Yeah, so there's
main-
like the same.
Yeah, the main door that my wife's car sits in is
They have
10
parties
foot
out in
by,
that garage.
is
Yeah.
a 10 by 10.
They have
And I
parties
got-
out in that garage. They have coolers out there, and they have like a freaking sectional couch set up, like around like an L-shaped couch that's out there, and they got freaking a TV and a radio, so you can have like parties out there.
Laura Sargent, you say please visit your second channel. Just go ahead if you want. Put your link in to your second channel.
But the people's house is cool. The only thing that sucks though is, well, I'm on my brother's cell plan, you know, because he added a line like 4.5 years ago. Well, the deal was is we used to be on Verizon. When we went out to people's house, they live out in Ravensdale, which is like where I'm living. It's like east of where I live, way out. And I went out there for um, my brother because I've known him too since I was like 9, and the guy anyway. And then I've known the lady since I was like 15 or something because the couple, the man and wife, have been together since they were they
Oh,
met
I know
each
who
other.
this is. I know who
Uh,
this is.
well, they,
Mother,
they met when they
mother,
were 13. Go ahead.
it's Mother Cat and with her kittens.
Uh,
I
I
don't know
don't
if
know.
you
I
know
don't think I
she.
know who that is. No.
Yeah, I've seen her around. Uh,
Uh, so you might
she's
know
a,
of her. You just don't really know her.
no, I don't know her. I think I've seen her. She does live streaming too. She's a live streamer too. So
Oh, okay. But
she's a
then with the
legit channel.
but
I'll
then the
have
one thing
to
is
when
yeah. Go ahead.
I have to when I get off here go in
Hmm?
and do it. Because some reason I just closed out my main YouTube
I used
channel
to have
because
Verizon, and I went to these people's house. We went to the lady's birthday in March, and I go to the house, and I was sitting down, and I was finishing my soda that was in the car, and and my brother was outside probably for like 4 or 5 minutes talking to him, and then. And because my brother known him since he played Pee Wee football with him when he was 9, and then when I get out of the car after that, and he goes, "Verizon won't work here." I still remember it like vivid. He goes, Verizon won't work here. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, you won't get any service with Verizon. So then he started explaining to me. He goes, yeah, only cell phone company that works out here is T-Mobile, where we can get reception. So then
wow.
AT&T doesn't work, and there's only 3 major companies now in the United States. It's T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T, and T, and because T-Mobile bought out Sprint like 2 or 3 years ago or whenever it was,
Yeah,
and so and so
my
he
brother
goes,
used to have Sprint. He
yeah,
liked that.
and he goes, well, it won't work out here. So I go, okay. And then just recently, like on Sunday, we switched to T-Mobile, and I'm getting just as good a reception as I was with Verizon so far. Haven't really went very many places, but yeah, around
Yeah,
town or anything.
there are people up here where I'm at that use T-Mobile and absolutely love it up here. But
Yeah,
then there are people up here uh, that have Verizon, which I use Verizon, and I really don't have no issues with Verizon.
yeah, I
But
never did either. My brother was just trying to make his bill cheaper because Verizon was getting expensive.
yeah, well, we have a family plan, so my wife has a phone, I have a phone. Then we
Yeah,
can
well,
all,
I'm on a family plan too, where my brother added a line to his. When we switched to T-Mobile, I was already on a line with him, Verizon. When he switched to T-Mobile, he just added another line because you could add up to like I think it's like 3 lines or 5 lines or something to your plan. And what it is when you add a line to your plan, it's not as much. It's not that much more money, really.
right,
And it, what it is,
exactly.
and so my brother actually added me to it. And he goes, "You're going to save a little bit of money too." I was paying him $45 because that was like about a third of the bill or something like that, a
Right.
little over a third of the bill. And then he goes, "You're going to save money too." But then the thing that's crazy is about when when he switched from Verizon to T-Mobile, I was there. It's told him the guy goes, "You're going to get a humongous credit," so he doesn't even have to pay for the first 2 months because they gave him like a $200 credit for switching.
Well, there you go.
So and then T-Mobile now, I don't know if you could get it, but T-Mobile now has Wi-Fi.
Oh, it does?
And you get on around if you pay like $50 a month. It starts out cheaper than that, but then it goes to like $50 plus tax, at least in our area, anyways. And you get like 300 megabits download on average, and up to 25 megabits upload,
Oh,
which
that's
is
nice.
good. I get around 211 on
There you
on
go.
Xfinity, which is Comcast, which you guys probably don't have. Comcast is all big on the West Coast.
Yeah, up here we have, our internet is called CAR, but they
Huh.
were, Great Lakes, which is our electrical supplier, they're having a company come through here and they were measuring and surveying everybody's places in here.
Mhm.
They're gonna put fiber optic in here.
Oh, fiber optic, of course, you pay a little more for it. Probably like 20,
Yeah,
30% more.
but with my YouTube and what my wife does, yeah, it's well worth it because for me to upload, a video, I'm not even on camera, I'm sorry. For me to
That's okay. You
upload
don't
a,
have to be on
vi-
camera.
for me to upload a video, it takes all night here. 20-minute video takes me 9, 10 hours to upload, so, you
Wow.
know,
It probably
that's
take
also,
me like 3 hours, probably 3, 4 hours.
yeah, that's why, we're all, say,
'Cause I
family.
uploaded a 12-minute video like 4 months ago, and it took probably an hour and a half to upload or something. 2 hours.
Yeah, that's,
Because I get that was when I had less speed too. Because that's when I was actually at my brother's house when I uploaded it, so he gets the same internet I do, which is good enough. I mean, you can run like I can run my TV with a 4K video on. If I was watching a
right.
4K video, I could have my phone watching a video, like running a stream in the background. Just want to have my phone laying down and running a stream, and then I could have as many tabs as I wanted on my laptop, and I have them all running video, and then my internet doesn't lag
Well, that's
because
cool.
you can have up to like probably 4 devices on it. I think because I used to have 4 devices on my brother's, and he has the same he has the same right now. Currently, he has the same internet I do, and we would run when I was living with him for 10 months before my apartments got done. While I was living with him, I was away from my apartment longer than that because I was in a hotel for a while. My apartment got delayed a few times. Blah blah blah. They finally got it done like in June. Well, I was with my brother. Well, he would be downstairs. I was staying upstairs in his like loft of his house that he's renting, and
Right.
we would have he would have his phone going, my phone going. Like I'd have my laptop open with like multiple tabs, and then he'd have his smart TV on, watching like some show a lot of the time, all at the same time, and we never had any problem with it lagging at all. And it's good enough internet. Everybody goes, "Oh, you need 300." I go, "No, not really. All you need's about 150, probably, if that 100 to 150, and you can run three to four devices off of it.
Well,
You
that's
know,
cool. I mean,
because I
here
can.
I mean, it'll work fairly well here, but, the, it's just if, like for me doing, uploading videos or anything like that, or
Mhm.
downloading software,
Yeah,
for,
but I hardly ever download software myself, so I'm like, no.
well, I got like, I don't know, um, 3 or 4 different kinds of editing software I use.
If I know what my internet's doing right now, I'm gonna run a speed test on it. 167 download, probably because it's maybe it's just like more people are using it right now, and then 11
Probably the
upload.
time, yeah, it's the time of day it is.
Yeah, it's 10:25 a.m.
Yeah, it's, 1 o'clock.
on Friday. Maybe because
Yeah,
more people are just on it, but normally I get around 200 if most of the time, but that's still good. And it says your internet connection should be able to handle multiple devices streaming HD video, video conferencing, and gaming all at the same time. So I could be like video chatting with somebody, gaming, and HD videos, like multiple HD videos. It says I guess all at the same time.
wow.
And that's good enough. Everybody goes, "Oh, look at me! I got 500 megabits download and like 30 or 40 or 50 upload." I go, "You don't need that. What are you gonna be running a? You be running a business where you have like half a dozen computers hooked up and you have people using their phones and you're gonna be running a giant server.
Right.
You're gonna be running a server and no, you don't need that.
No.
You know, it's like my work. My work course I work at IKEA, and there's around 450 employees, and there's probably in the whole store there's probably like about maybe 50 or 60 computers. Of course, they're going to have a big room that has a giant server in it,
Exactly.
because they need it. But even with my data connection though, the internet's always good. My data connection, if I use it, I'm downstairs and then in certain spots it'll go to 4G. If I'm upstairs, generally it's 5G. My phone. So it just like varies because I think it's because the building's all metal and the floor is concrete. Probably why.
Well,
Because
that's
if
like
I was outside in the parking lot, I noticed I get a little bit better signal. Like 1 bar more on the thing. Because right now I'm getting, since I switched to T-Mobile, I'm getting what is it? I'm getting full bars right now of 5G. Well, I'm on my internet right now, so I can switch it off and go see what I'm getting on my because I always use my Wi-Fi when I'm in my apartment. I only
right.
use data maybe like freaking 10% of the time, if that. But right now I'm getting full bars of 5G.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, because my phone's a 5G. My brother's phone's
Yeah.
like a 3 or 4 year old iPhone, and they're not. It's not 5G. And everybody goes, "Oh, 4G is good enough." I go, once you use 5G and you go back to 4G, you're like, this sucks. 4G is probably like about 30% slower. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is crap. Because I go to my dad's house, and when I was on Verizon, I went up there last week to go visit my dad, and I went there Tuesday of last week and stayed there until like about 12:30 on. Yeah, it was like 12:30 on Thursday. And I hung out with him and my stepmom. Well, the deal was, I went up there and I go, I've been up there before, and I go, man, your freaking um, area sucks. Like I only get 2 bars of 4G. And I'm running a 5. That's the second time I've been up there with this phone, and I go, yeah, your area sucks. And then he goes, oh, it's not that bad. And I go, have you ever even had full, like 5 bars of 4G? You would notice a decent amount of speed increase.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
trying to watch the Hapsters on the freaking phone on Wednesday of last week. I was just BG or strength. We were watching a mini series on HBO now. We're watching this mini series called Gunpowder, and it has Kit Harington from Game of Thrones. He played Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. And it had Liv Tyler, which is Steven Tyler's daughter. She's a
Right.
movie and like television actor. She does like
Yeah.
mini series and television shows, and she mostly does movies, but every once in a while she'll do something else. But we were watching. I'm trying to watch the Hapsters, and I go, why is it buffering all the freaking time? And I looked at my connection and go, oh, that's probably why. And then I had to reduce it down to 360p to even watch it with their data connection up there. And then they go, it ain't that bad. And I go, it's pretty bad. Even if I'm in areas of 4G with I get more bars than that on my 4G. And I go, I'm getting 5G. And I told my dad recently on the phone, um, a couple of days ago, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, I go, yeah, he goes, oh, I don't need 5G. And I go, you're going to need 5G eventually because 4G is going to go away eventually.
Exactly.
So because
And then,
3G when 4G came around, they had 4G probably for like 2 or 3 years, and then 3G went away. When 4G came out, 3G just like no more. You can't have 3G. So I go eventually because all the phones now that have came out within the last year and a half, I think like year and a half since probably like late winter of last year have all been 5G. All of the phones coming out there, they still make 4G phones, which are older phones. They still make in 4G, but they don't. The newer model ones that they release, like Apple, Motorola, um, whatever other companies there are, like Samsung, all the big companies, they're all 5G now. All their new phones, like the one I got, I think was their first the first 5G phone they made was the Motorola did, I think,
hmm
and then they were converting all their other phones over, and then so eventually 4G is going to go away, and then my dad's going to go, oh, I got to get a new phone maybe in a year or 2 years whenever it goes away.
exactly. I mean,
He's running an iPhone XS, I think it is, or no, iPhone SE, which is the one they came out with like a few years ago. It's a special edition one, which is only one camera on it, and then it's like a little bit smaller. It's probably like 5.5 inch screen or something, or 5.7 inch screen.
right.
My phone's the biggest screen you can get. I'm pretty sure on a phone it's a 6.8 inch screen. Everybody goes, "Oh, the thing's so big." I go, "I like to be able to see the damn screen well."
Exactly. I use an iPhone only because it works with my drones easier.
Oh,
DJI, some reason likes the iOS operating system.
oh, that's weird.
So that's why I have an iPhone.
Yeah, have you seen the? Speaking of that, have you seen? I saw a lady review it. I Christine or something is her name, and she's pretty attractive, but she reviews like gadgets and like stuff, and she buys stuff and reviews it. She reviewed. It was like a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago. She reviewed the FPV drone that DJI makes.
Oh, yeah, they got
One of the goggles.
Yeah, they got a new one out. Axial or Axius or something like that. It's called.
They got the one she reviewed. The one that takes the goggles. The goggles alone are probably like 150 bucks.
Yeah, I'm trying to get DJI to send me one because I'm on their freaking test program where I can use stuff for 30 days.
Oh,
And,
okay. So you can try it out and review it.
I can try it out and review it. Well,
Yeah, review it on your channel.
yeah, and the problem is I don't know, maybe it's too new.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's a drone. It looks different than the old DJI drones because I think it's made for more like racing, FPV racing.
Yeah,
'Cause it's got the blade protectors on it for the so, it's got the little bumpers that go or things that go around the blades of the prop, so it protects them if you crash
exactly.
when you're going fast. The thing's faster than a regular drone. It seems like to me. I've seen DJI ones fly in videos, and I've seen DJI ones fly in real life. Because a hobby shop will get one in, and something's wrong with the circuit board or something, and they have to test it. And I remember testing the old DJIs with the Phantoms, which they still make. They made like a newer version of the Phantom. It's like the Phantom 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah,
It's one that's non-foldable. That's probably about a foot in diameter, or the blades are about a foot apart. And then it had
yeah.
foldable legs.
I still got a couple big drones around here, but I just don't fly them like I
Yeah,
used to.
you don't need to fly them.
Well, the newer stuff is smaller and it works just as well.
Hmm.
So why?
But the
should
bigger
I,
ones are what like you would use to put like a bigger camera on.
Exactly, and why would I?
Put like a DSLR camera
Yeah,
if you wanted to. You could put one that has a zoom lens on it even.
yeah. Why spend the money to?
Yeah, because the camera alone would probably be for a decent DSLR camera is probably $400 or $500 or more. Because I know some people. I know a guy who's got a $5,000 freaking DSLR camera. It's like one of the best ones you can get for a portable one. One that's not too big. Already going. You've only been doing it for about an hour and 25 minutes. Well,
really
you weren't
haven't
even
done
doing it the whole time. Maybe less than that. You're probably doing it for an hour because you had to fix your camera and come back on the stream. It was maybe about an hour.
Right.
It didn't take long.
I mean, no, it actually. You
The
can
thing
tell
started right
difference.
up.
Yeah, it started right up and it spins a whole lot faster. Because
Oh,
before
it's-
I used to have to choke it to start it.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, when you hit the gas, and my volume went way up. I'm using these nice like studio monitor speakers. They're powered studio monitors. They have like a
Well,
4
I
inch.
think I think
speaker?
right now it's using my microphone on my headset too. So
Oh, that's why, because you're right next to it. Yeah.
yeah, so
And when you switch to your headset, I could hear you better on when you're farther away. I can hear you better because there's a little microphone that's on the headset somewhere. There's no fold down one.
yeah. Sunny says she uploaded a 6-minute video and it took her over 2 hours.
Whoa! So her internet's she's probably getting like a quarter of the speed I'm getting.
Well, Sunny, are you using your phone or a tablet too? Because that'll make a difference. Tablets, they tell you if you're going to do videos and do a YouTube channel, get a computer. If you're going to just, in general, just do things, you should have like a phone or a tablet will work. But sometimes they.
I just use my phone for the videos. Upload them right off my phone. Just upload them to YouTube on my phone because it'd be a pain in the butt to take a video or do a video, like I record a video on my phone and then hook it up to my laptop, then wait for it to download and then have to download it from my laptop to my YouTube. I just do it straight from my phone because that's what I use to record. My phone will do 60 frame, 1080 plus. Yeah, plus I found out it has stabilization in my phone. I didn't realize that until like 3 months ago.
Yeah. A lot of the new smartphones have that. It's built into them now.
I don't know how good it is. I haven't really walked around or like anything with it. It's usually all my videos I do stationary.
I've done it with my phone when I went over to the Lake Michigan, the beach up by here, and I was walking around with it, and you can tell, and the stabilization was working good. Yeah, a lot of
so the stabilization is good. It's like a GoPro or no?
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, I'm saying because the newest iPhone, they just did a thing. The 14. I just saw an advertisement before a YouTube video, and the 14 is going to have like the best screen ever. It's going to have they did something to the cameras again to make them even better. It's going to have like a 48 megapixel with this new like quad pixel technology or some shit. Right. New type of lenses on it or something. I don't know. And then it's supposed to be the best picture ever. But then they claim that because they want people to buy their crap. Of course, Samsung's gonna claim that their cameras on their S20, whatever it is, their next S20 that comes out, is gonna be better than the iPhone.
Right. Erica Luna.
And you just gotta test them out, I guess. I don't know, or get people to have them because I won't buy an iPhone product because it's just what do you call that? The stuff proprietary stuff on it. Yeah, you have to use.
Yeah, I mean, if it needs a battery, you gotta send it in and all the other stuff. Where the other phones, if you know how to do it, you can change them out yourself and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you can just take them to like the cell phone store and they'll do it. If you have an Apple product, you gotta go to the stupid Mac store.
Exactly.
And get it done. You just can't. If you buy one if I buy an iPhone from T-Mobile, and then I can't walk in a T-Mobile location and go, I want to fix it. Go, you gotta take it to here. And then I found out people that have had them, like their phone goes bad, they just buy a new one because it would cost like $400 or $500 to get it repaired on average if something goes wrong with it.
Right.
And I'm like, screw that, because there's a guy on YouTube I was watching like probably a couple years ago, and he repairs like laptops and tablets and phones, and he was like, I make a lot of money off iPhones because people will pay almost half the cost of what they paid for the phone to get it repaired.
Yeah,
because they're dumb and they don't want to buy a new one because they're like, well, I'm not going to buy a new one because I'll get this one repaired. And then the thing is too is a lot of times when they're getting the iPhone repaired, they have an upgrade to where they can just get the phone for like cheaper, or they get it on sale and the phone's only going to cost them like $200 or $300 more. Because like the T-Mobile, I was just looking around. We were waiting for them to do the stuff on our phones, like the SIM card in them and switch the plans over and all that stuff, and add the other line and all that stuff. And it probably took about an hour. I was looking at phones, and you can get a brand new freaking like what was it, the the newest Samsung one for like it was like well over 300. I think it was like $300 off the original price. They're giving away the newest Pixel phone for like hardly anything. They're like
Yeah,
half price.
my old boss, she liked the Google Pixel.
Oh, yeah, they're nice phones. I mean, it depends on what you like. Cause well, if you look at it, Google's the one on any Android phone. You use the Google browser, anyways. If it's a Google-based phone already, it has like Google Play, Google, um, what is it like Google, whatever else it is, Google Voice.
Yeah,
It has
yeah,
well,
Google.
mine has like Google Chrome, Google Gmail. You can use on it. Google regular Google, Google One, Google TV, Google Pay, Google Home, Google Fit, Google Drive, Google
Yeah,
Maps, Google Meet.
my iPhone uses Safari as its browser.
Yeah.
So what I
Do
did
you
is
like it?
I downloaded Google into it.
Yeah, because
It's,
I've used the Safari browser on like when I went to somebody's house and I was using their computer before, and I'm like, I don't really like Safari.
no,
And then it's a competitor to Edge or Google Chrome
yeah,
or whatever the other one is,
Bing.
Firefox.
You got Bing too. I think it's
Mhm.
called Bing.
Firefox is the worst. I would go if I was gonna like on an Android device or a laptop. I would go Google Chrome first, and then Edge browser second, and then Firefox third. Nothing wrong with those. No, like it's like saying all the the difference between a brand new Dodge pickup and a Chevy pickup. You're gonna go well. They're both good trucks. It's just one has like one or two things you like better about it. I mean, it's not like any of them are terrible. You
Right.
know, it's like people nitpick about freaking new cars, and I'm like, any new car you pay anything for is going to be good. It's what's better than one's a little better than the other because you have a feature you like on it compared to the other one, or one rides slightly better, or one's a little bit faster, but they're all good.
Exactly.
You know, just like Google. And well, Edge is kind of different though because I used Edge and um, some of the stuff is not supported on Edge. And it's like
Yeah,
Google.
there's
I don't think some of the features in Streamyard are supported on Edge unless they change that.
well, it's like Safari. Oh, it's a plane. It's like Safari. If you try to use StreamYards with it, it won't work.
Yeah, and of course, Streamyard is a web-based browser. It's not like
Yeah.
the other ones, like that's an app. Someone goes, "Oh," I was talking to someone maybe like 2 3 weeks ago, and they were like, "Oh, can I download the StreamYard app?" 'Cause he was talking about starting to stream, you know, and I go, "No, you can't. There's no app. It's a web-based browser." And then the host of the stream said that too. It's a web-based browser, so you can't. There's no app.
No.
But StreamYard did a thing now. You know, they probably like the last like 3 or 4 months they added a thing where you can my team in StreamYard, so you can add someone as an administrator, and they can host a stream. They can like stream off of your account if you make them an admin.
Yeah.
If you have someone you really trust, like you know from YouTube or one of your friends in real life, they want to stream off your account, you could go
Right.
you can make them an admin, and then you can add them to your team. You go into the my team section of it, and then you um, add them there, and then they're an admin, so they can do everything but the billing. And then there's like one other feature they can't do. They can't like delete. I think they can't delete your stream, and then they have nothing to do with the billing. But then you can add them, and they can stream off of your account. But I don't know. I'd have to look more into it. I don't know if it costs money or not, but I don't think it
Yeah.
does.
They send me that stuff, and I even, you know, if at the end of your stream when you end, you put yes or no.
Hmm.
There's a if you like do the questionnaire,
Hmm.
it's on my channel. You can if people, well, they'll give you a link you can put it on your channel, then if somebody on here, goes to your channel and gets StreamYard to that link, you'll get your YouTube, your streaming for free, they'll basically give you $25 for if somebody will go to your channel and clicks on that link, and, they'll basically get your month's free
Uh,
for referrals. I got it on.
okay, yeah, referral, yeah, and then, but if you make someone a team member, I think it might possibly would be free, but it might cost a tiny
Yeah.
bit amount more to add the person. 'Cause I have to look into it because someone was saying, Zini Amodio was saying that yeah, you can have up to 10 people use someone else's account, and you can just stream off their account to up to 10 people. Maybe if you make them a team member, because
The only problem I see with that is, if that person is streaming on your account and you go to get on, can you get onto your account?
no, I don't know, but you could join the stream with them, and then
Yes, I mean, you couldn't,
no, but are you going to be on
live
it
stream.
24 hours a day? No.
No.
I mean, because what it is, if I was going to do that, 'cause I only stream once a week usually, like about around once a week, like every 6 to 8 days maybe. So I was like,
Right.
well, if I don't use it, I can make someone. Well, 'cause there's a few people, there's some people I trust on YouTube that I actually talk to off of YouTube, like on Messenger, and I've known them for a while, and like a year and a half, 2, 3 years, and I would let them do it, and I would let like because Hong Kong Explorer was talking about it. She doesn't have the money to pay, and if she wants to stream a decent amount, the 20 hours is not a lot, and then or like I could let them use my account when I'm not using it
Right.
because I trust her because I've known her and I talked to her off of YouTube. I'm in a
Well,
messenger group with her.
Yeah, she's a gracious lady too. She's always polite every time I see her around. And I think I can subscribe to her channel. She's a real gracious lady. She's real respectful even on her own streams.
Yeah.
And you get somebody like that, I
Yeah,
would be
like
afraid of.
you probably know some other ones I know, like Hazy Cheesy
Oh yeah, I know Hazy.
and Yad Zamodia because you were on her panel one time, like a couple months ago or whenever that was, or a month and a half ago.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's
And
a
then
good person.
yeah, she's really awesome. I'm good. I'm really good friends with her. I'm good friends with Basaya Today too. You probably know her.
Oh yeah, I know Basaya. Basaya
Yeah.
used to come into my live streams when Murad was around, or Pinoy Ahoy.
Yeah,
Then,
but she's just busy now. She works like god awful, like well she's been just busy doing stuff, like with her husband and then she's been working a little bit more.
right.
And then she just, some people just want to do like, it's like the warmer months kind of still. So some people just want to like go for walks or like go hang outside.
Hmm.
So that's the reason why a
Well,
lot of people like, you don't
that's
see.
my issue is that's why I'm doing it out here. I'd rather be out here than in the house.
Yeah,
It's
but you could do a live stream walking around or like going exploring. What you could do is you could put a phone mount on your
the only
golf cart.
problem is, yeah, the only problem with that where I'm at here is if I
It
get
would cut out.
200 feet from here, my phone will cut out. If you
Oh,
notice
you'd
that
have to use data.
No, it ain't data, just the phone signal,
Uh,
I got unlimited data. on my
Yeah,
phone.
so do I. Mhm.
But, yeah, there's no cell phone towers close by.
Oh
So
yeah,
I have to literally drive, I could turn a live stream on here, I've done it. And I have to drive about 2 to 3 miles, then all of a sudden, it'll start transmitting.
yeah. So you couldn't do it then. Like here, I could go out walking. 'Cause I live right in the city, just walk, and then my signal would be just as good as it is now.
Yeah, I could do it. I
I
could
could
do
walk
it
for
at
miles.
their other house in Grand Rapids. I can live stream.
Yeah, because Grand Rapids is a bigger
Actually,
city.
actually, I'm setting up my drone, one of my drones right now. I got to do the stream key in it yet, but I'm setting up one of my other drones so that I can live stream with it.
Oh,
I can put it in the air here, and somebody will say, "Hey, can you fly over there?" And I say, "Okay, I can fly it over there," and they can see it live on the screen.
oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So they just did an update that's allowing us to do that again.
So
So,
which one is it? Is the Mavic Mini 2 or 3 or whatever the hell it
no,
is?
it's my Air, Mavic Air. It's my
Uh,
bigger drone.
they make a new Mini one too.
Yeah.
I think the
That
Mini
one,
one that's got the screen on the controller.
well, that, most likely, the newer stuff and this, like, if it has the AccuSync stuff, you can live stream with it. So, as long as it uses the DJI Go Fly app, you can live stream with it
Mavic.
now, so.
I think it's a Mavic Mini 3. I think is what it is. The one that has that's the one that has the screen on the phone. You don't have to use your damn cell phone anymore.
Right. Yeah, well,
It's not cheap though.
Yeah, I almost ordered a Mavic.
The whole combo is $2,800. Frick.
Yeah, well.
It is. It's well,
You want a drone, that's what you're gonna spend for a decent drone now.
this one's got a bunch of extra blades. What else has it got? Let me see what it's got with it. It's got specifications. What's it got with it? Does it say? Doesn't tell you what comes with it. It's got. Does it tell you what comes with it? No. I think you get that's the biggest bundle you can get. Here's another bundle. That's the Mavic 3. Where's the Flymore? It's called the Flymore bundle.
Yeah, most everything whenever I get a drone, I buy what they call the Flymore combo. Cause it'll come with 3 batteries and a case and everything you need basically to fly. Fly a drone.
This one's got shoot. This one's got like a headset you can wear too. To do FPV maybe. I have no idea. Look up the Flymore DJI Mavic 3.
Well, you can make any drone FPV drone.
Yeah.
It won't fly like an FPV, but you can get phone holders. You just go longer.
Yeah.
Plug your phone in, and you can slide your phone into the holder, and it looks just like those goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because a lot of times when I'm flying my drones, I am
Got a big screen on the phone.
looking at the screen anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the cart done.
Yep, and then all the DJIs, and like the new DJI Mavic 3 says it supports Cine support Apple ProRes 422HQ. It's all Apple shit it supports.
Yeah.
And then it says it has built-in 1 terabyte SSD.
Yeah. See what? Yeah. The DJI.
Oh, that's the storage cover is what that is. It's not an FPV headset, it's a storage cover.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
But it has the Mavic 3. This is the regular. The bigger Mavic. The Mavic 3. It has sync in it, but then it has spare RC-in-1 controller sticks because you can pop them out now if they like different ones, and it's got the Type-C cable, the RC Lightning cable, the RC standard micro USB cable. It's got the Mavic 3 intelligent flight battery, the Mavic 3 low noise propeller, the 65-watt portable charger, the Mavic 3 storage cover, the Type-C cable, Mavic 3 battery, and then it's got the Mavic 3 ND filters for the camera lens, and then it's got the DJI carrying bag, which is a lot of extra stuff. The wide angle lenses alone are freaking $179 for three of them damn things.
Lenses are the filters.
They're like lenses, but they have like filter covers on them.
Yeah, because mine has filters. And
Mhm.
I only use one of the filters that come with it. Otherwise, I
Uh-oh.
don't use the filters.
Mavic Mini Reed Flymore combo. Let's see how the Mavic Mini Flymore combo is way cheaper. Still a good amount of money though. It's still like $900. I
900.
think.
Well, the mini
No,
is
but
still
that's
out there. I still have a Mavic Mini. Yeah, I'm driving it all the
I'm gonna look it up.
time. So I found my problem with my.
DJI Mavic Reed Flymore combo. I'm gonna try to find a. I don't think I can find more combo on this one. Pro Flymore, regular DJI Mini Pro Flymore combo with Intel. Yeah, let me see how much this one is. Yeah, the Flymore combo by itself is $189 for the Mavic Mini. And then you see here. Yep. Flymore Kit Plus. It doesn't come with the drone, I don't think, though. That I have a drone, and I still haven't even used it yet. I've had it for like 2 years, so I haven't even freaking used the damn thing.
Well, it's like the campgrounds across the street. I'm friends with the owners. He
Uh.
went out and bought a Mavic Air 3, and he has never even flown it yet. We were talking about it yesterday. I said, well, it's going to be all updated. I said, what you should do is just go break it out, give it to me. I'll take it home. I will update it, and I'll do a test flight, and I'll check it over for you.
Oh. Yeah, because I don't even know how to really fly. I've never even flown a drone before in my life.
Well, he hasn't either. I think he's procrastinating because he's not comfortable. He's
Yeah, 'cause I don't think I'm
This
comfortable with doing it either.
is an expensive drone, and well, he's flown a couple of my drones. I let him fly a couple of my drones already, so he knows basic. And I said, well, when you get time, he said, that's my issue is the time. He says, I don't always have the time because he's, him and his wife right now are over there running a campground by themselves. All their workers are seasonal, and most of them are going back to school. So him and his wife are cleaning toilets and cleaning out fire pits and everything else all by themselves. So.
Uh, this one's cool. I didn't even know. Now the DJI, even the Mavic Mini's got 4K HDR. You can even do HDR on them now.
Yeah, well, my drones are 8K. My
Oh.
Mavic Air is an 8K drone, and it's HDR.
But where can you really use 8K though?
They don't make software around it that can edit 8K right
No,
now.
and then you can't even view. If you even plugged it in, I don't know if you can plug them into like your TV and then view the video.
No,
But the thing
those-
is,
Our TV in the house is 4K.
yeah, that's what I
So
mean.
what I do-
8K
So
didn't
what I
really
did-
take off.
So what I typically do is I just set it for 4K and call it. Then when you do, like YouTube, it dumbs it down. It goes from
Yeah.
4K down to high definition 1080p. That makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah, because then I don't know how the people upload the 4K video. Then how do they? Because I watch some shows like that are like professionally done they're using probably like a $20,000-$30,000 camera or something.
Well,
Like a portable phone.
I've uploaded videos in 4K you can see that there's a little difference in them on here, but the trouble is YouTube dumbs them down.
Oh yeah,
They dumb
they
down
probably
to 1080,
yeah
1080p, but they call it 1080p high definition. That'd be great if they could actually do it where you could actually do a actual upload of a 4K video on YouTube.
I see
Because
some that are in
the quality would be so much different.
yeah, but I know some videos are in 1440p that I watch.
Well, it's like if I do
Slightly better than
upload a video,
10K,
I
or
upload a
1080.
video, I upload a video on YouTube, and I do a premiere. You know, rather than waiting a while, I may just do a premiere at the same time. I know
Yeah.
people don't go, but every now and then I just do those.
Mhm.
When I first plays, the video quality is like really crappy. Then you let it set
Yeah,
and
like
YouTube it.
480 or
YouTube
something.
Yeah, you let it set in YouTube and render for a while. Next thing you know, you go back and watch the video, and you see the night and day difference. Because it isn't even, you know, like people do instant premieres. I'd recommend not doing that because YouTube hasn't fully rendered that video into the system yet.
Yeah, the quality's gonna be lower.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm trying to figure out how, because some of my videos, like my short videos, can you do shorts in 1080?
Yeah, you should go too.
Because I uploaded a short like 3 days ago or 2.5 days ago, and it's only in 480p, and my phone shoots 1080.
Unless you gotta go in there and physically change the settings. On your
Change the
edit
setting
button,
before it's uploaded. Yeah,
in your edit button.
maybe. I can go look at that video and see if it. Let me look. It's my channel. It's the air fryer steak bites video I did. Let me see.
Yeah.
No, it's better. It's a little bit better now. Let me see what. How can you tell what quality it's in?
Go to the gear. I think there's a gear there. And then,
No,
and
there's no gear.
trying to think.
I'm viewing it on
Setting-
YouTube.
Yeah, you should have a wheel or something.
No,
Well, does it say, is there a box by it? It says, HD or whatever, or,
nope.
oh, it's probably because it is a short, because they probably ain't like a regular video.
Yeah, it's a short video. It's like less than a minute long.
Right.
I just show my air fryer, and then I show what I cooked it in, and then I show my steak bites in on the plate. Yep. And I talk for a little while. But
Yeah.
I can go in my Creator Studio and see if it does anything different. Go on the video and click on the video. It's content. Go on my last upload and see if I can download shareable link, edit title and description. Let me see here if I can go in the Creator Studio and change anything on it. Analytics editor. What's the editor do? Oh, it changes like if I want to edit the video after. Let me see. Didn't really get many views. Only got 151 views. Sucky. Oh well.
Well, it didn't get mine because I didn't get notification. I have to, like you, I have to physically, somebody pops in, like you popped in today, I have to go to your channel and look for all your latest videos and watch them, because YouTube does not get the notifications out there.
But it says, yeah.
It ain't, you know, I use the excuses you know, which is true, there's so many people that subscribe to me and subscribe to. But at the same time, if somebody makes the effort to come into my channel, like Sonny, I feel obligated to go look for, when I get a few minutes, I'll go to her channel and I'll look for an update, because I don't get notification. And I've even checked a couple channels that I was subscribed to. I went back and checked them. I was unsubscribed.
Oh yeah.
And I know that I was subscribed to the one. I said, why am I not connected with them? Then they switched their settings to subscriber mode. So I have to wait 5 minutes or so to, if they're in a live stream, to even say anything, you know, so.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times I'll just go in there and I'm not subscribed to see that setting, and I just leave because, but I know I don't wanna sit there and twiddle my thumb for 5 minutes
Yeah.
and say hello, you know? I'm like you, I go around, I'll say hello.
I think my video's in
thumbs
HD
up.
now.
It is?
Though it doesn't say it is, but it looks like it just by looking at the resolution. It looks like it's least in 720.
Yeah, it probably takes a little bit, time for it to fully.
Yeah, because I watched it like maybe like a minute after it was uploaded.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Probably wasn't rendered all the way yet,
No.
or it's probably rendered. They just didn't fix the resolution yet.
Yeah, it takes 15 to 20 minutes after it's fully uploaded to even get the rendering
Yeah.
close.
But it's
And if you go, if you go the following day
Hmm.
and check it out, you'll probably discover that it's even better than what
Mhm.
you saw that.
yeah. I just checked it now, and it's at least in 720 resolution, which is fine. I mean, the thing though is I don't think you can change the resolution on a short. You can only do it on like a longer video, I think, because there's no wheel up in the either corner of the video to do it.
Right.
Because someone was saying, "Oh, you can change it on shorts." Maybe you have to go. There's some settings I'm not doing right in Creator Studio. Maybe it says it's uploaded in standard definition, um, and high definition.
Oh, that's what it's uploaded as?
Yeah, well, I can go back and look at go back on my go back on my channel and go back to that video. I gotta go to my Creator Studio to see it though. Go to my Creator Studio, my YouTube Studio now, and then go to that content and I go to my last upload, and then it says options. There's only so many options you can do right there. I got to figure out how comments, analytics, subtitles, monetization, just on that video. No, that's the whole monetization. See if I can click on the video. And go. Cause see, it says video quality below the video. It says SD and HD, so you can play. You can do it in either, I guess. I don't know how you do that though. Maybe just click on the blue square.
You select it HD or HD, then just go ahead and, it should play whenever that setting you selected, right? You should be able to see it almost immediately.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you high definition complete is all it says. Let me see if I can get any more things on it. No in screen. No, that's to edit it. No, not made for kids. Trying to figure out if you can. No, I don't want that. Download, promote. What's promote mean? See this thing, promote? No, I don't. Go back. I'm trying to see if you can find it in the settings. General, upload defaults. Think if upload defaults give me anything. I'm in upload defaults in my settings to see if that license, standard YouTube, language, comments. Nope. I was wondering if the high definition's in here. Close.
It's not
No.
showing?
I'm trying to see if you can figure out if what high definition resolution it's in. And it looks like I can tell it's in some sort of high definition. I just don't know what. I'm trying to figure out here.
I'll be glad when I get the Ranger here because my truck's got rolling bodies.
Oh, the Polaris Ranger.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the body guy. He's waiting on me to take it in so we can do the box on it. Got a couple spots I gotta get fixed on it, and,
I need to figure this shit out.
but I told him
No.
about time, we're supposed to have the builders here next week, and if I part with a truck, I may need it to haul something, you know, like, can't haul that Ranger with my car, with White's car, so I have to use the truck. So.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
1,300 pounds, the car will do 1,500, but I don't wanna work that car like that, so.
Yeah, 1,500 pounds. Yeah. Is it a 2-door Ranger?
No, yeah, it's only a two-seater.
Yeah, so
Me and my
they're a
wife-
little bit
me-
lighter than the 4-door.
Yeah, me and my wife and the dog, and that's all that's gonna be in it. Everybody, all of our friends up here have them, so I can't see going out, and my grandkids don't come out, so I can't see, spending the money to get a, four-seater, so it's just me and my wife right now.
Yeah, and they're a little bit longer too.
Yeah. and-
Probably like, I don't know, 8.
Then you end up sitting in the back end all the, yeah,
Yeah, like-
you could store stuff or haul stuff in the back seat if you wanted to, but
Mhm.
then you end up
Hilarious.
another place to clutch dust. Look up,
The Polaris Rangers are the utility one.
yeah, that's what I want.
They have the bed on the back.
Look up Polaris Ranger 570 SP Premium. That's the one I got coming.
I'm right on their website right now. 570 right here.
Yeah, SP Premium Edition. That's one more than ours.
SP, yeah, 570.
Yeah.
$11,699 US MSRP.
That's the base price. Then you gotta put a windshield, the roof.
Yeah, the build. Yeah, you can build and add stuff to it. Accessories.
Yeah, so
There's the premium. The premium is 13. Let me look at it when it loads. So load. It's rendering the picture, the 3D picture.
Yeah.
It's still going.
The premium's the one I got coming.
This one is color, trim, accessories. You can add all that stuff to it. But yeah.
I ordered it in ghost, what they call ghost
Mhm.
gray. Cause the color is gonna come in.
They make one that's bigger than that.
Oh yeah, they make them bigger, but, up
The
here.
1000 XPs.
Yeah, well, that unit.
They're no
there
joke
is-
though.
Yeah, well, that unit there, the 570, is only 15 horsepower less than the 1000. And it'll do 52 miles an hour, and it's 44 horsepower.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it'll work plenty good up here, and then if I want to haul with it, I can. Because everybody's saying, well, we'll buy a Razor, a Polaris Razor, that's like a sport side by side.
Yeah, it's a sport one. Yeah.
I said, I don't want something like that, because the other issue is this one here, my wife could easily fit into it, where that one there is like a car, you get in there and you fall into the seat, you know, then you gotta climb out and all the other stuff, so.
Yeah, it's got a door on the. Doesn't it have a door on the Razors?
The Razors, depends, they have doors on them, the one I'm getting is gonna have the webbing, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't, if I do any doors, I'll do them aftermarket, because you can buy door kits for them for a whole lot less money than you can order them from, Polaris, so.
Mhm.
But I did order a glass from.
It'll be good to get the tube door.
Yeah,
It's just a tube that closes and protecting more than those nets. Because those nets, if you get going fast enough, you could fly right out of the net.
right. Well, they have seat belts in them too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have like lap belts and shoulder ones too.
Yeah, it's a shoulder harness, so.
It's like the same thing as like it's in cars.
Exactly. It's basically.
And then I'll show you my friend's got the freaking Pioneer. I think it's the same as the newest one, the Honda.
Yeah, my
Pioneer.
buddy up here has got a Pioneer, 1005, it's a 5-seater.
Yeah, that's what his is. Yeah, it's a 1000 The top speed is pretty good. It does 67 miles an hour.
Yeah,
It's pretty ripping fast. Yeah.
yeah. Well, you do 50 mile an hour on a side by side, even as the one that we're looking at.
Hmm.
That's fast. And just think we're doing that speed on dirt roads with them.
Yeah. I've been faster than that on an ATV. I've been 70 freaking 5 miles an hour in an ATV.
Oh, I've done that up here too.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I was on a guy's slightly modified 660 Raptor like a long time ago. I don't know. You probably didn't still have anymore because all my uncle's friends got. I think they got all rid of their ATVs and stuff. But he had a slightly modified 660 Raptor. It had like an aftermarket pipe on it and shit. And it was a ripper. It was.
Yeah.
The first time I got on, I'm like, wow, I'm not used to this power. I'm used to like a 350 or 400 cc power. I got on that thing and I'm like, well, I got to be careful.
Exactly.
It took me a little while to get, it took me like probably 15, 20 minutes to get used to the power. I was like, eh. And then I rode it and like, well, this thing's actually a little too fast. Because some people go, oh, I want my ATV to be super fast. I go, at a certain point, no, you don't.
You should have rode my golf cart when the first time I put the bigger motor in it.
Uh,
I was used to the other motor in it, and I put the bigger one in it, and I had to literally change a bunch of settings on the golf cart to drive it. The wheels are actually, you can't see them, but the wheels are towed out because it was so darty. You get on the road and it would just literally, you turn the wheel and you just literally go right or left without even trying. So I got the wheels towed out a couple degrees.
oh, yeah, you have like the width wider. You put like wheel spacers or like
No,
offset
that-
wheels.
No, it's got offset wheels on it, but I had to tow the front end, do the toe end, where typically your wheels are like this. I had to tow the wheels out to make it more.
That's
drivable.
crazy, yeah.
So that's where it rides now. The wheels are actually towed out, probably 1 to 2 degrees.
Oh, no, not much, yeah. Which is like
Doesn't-
maybe a few millimeters out.
Yeah, the tires don't wear. I mean, they're doing pretty good, but mostly up here it's gravel and dirt. So.
Mm-hmm. But when you go higher horsepower than that, you generally want to make the width wider
Right.
a little bit. You know, maybe even a couple inches.
Yeah, I did that with the wheels. I put offset wheels on it.
Yeah, you can also put like off-road vehicles. You can put offset. You can't really put. You can't really put offset. Probably could, but my brother just does where thing with on both his off-road rigs. He just put wheel spacers.
Right, exactly.
It's the easiest way to do it. Because one of his vehicles got like probably I don't even know, probably 2-inch wheel spacers
Right,
to get the bigger wheels on there so they wouldn't rub when he turned.
exactly.
If they were wider, they're like 4 inches wider than the stock tires.
Right.
So they put wheels on it, but yeah, they don't rub anymore because one of his vehicles has no fenders on it at all. There's no outer fender on it, and then the back doesn't have a fender at all because it's like kind of like it's not really a flatbed, but it's kind of a flatbed. It's like steps down into the middle, and then goes up on the sides. So it goes up probably about 8-10 inches on the sides, and then so. But what it is so after you start modifying the vehicle so much, you're not street legal anymore. Like, you wouldn't want to drive on the street anyways because the steering's so loose.
Exactly.
And then the leaf springs are so like bouncy, you know what I mean? Because they're so soft. The leaf springs are really broken in. And then like last year he had to put new leaf springs on the front of one of the vehicles because the other ones just got worn out. They started sagging too much. So you had to. Cause what you do to trick to get if you have a vehicle and you're like an off-road vehicle and you put new leaf springs on it, the easiest way to get it to flex good right where when you first get it is take the leaf springs and then to the take ratchet straps and mount them from the leaf spring like if you're looking at the leaf spring here, you know, like the leaf spring goes on the axle goes here, the leaf spring is going like this. You take it and mount it um, on part of the frame, and then you wrap it below the the leaf spring, and then you crank the ratchet strap down so it sags the vehicle down, and then you let it sit there for like a week, and then you let it go, and it'll soften up the leaf springs.
Oh, okay.
So
That
that's the
makes
way to do
sense.
it. Or you could take it out and drive it for like probably a whole day or more, or a couple days, and get them to soften up. That's the easy way to do it. Like on this RC crawler that I got, kind of the same thing. You just squid. You take your hand on the top of the the body, and just press it around for a while, and then it'll break them in.
Exactly.
And then this thing's already, I noticed, since I ran it like a little bit, and then I squished it down for like probably a couple minutes. I was just playing with it, squishing it down, and like that. The leaf springs are already a little like softer already, and then they'll soften up even more, because that's one thing about leaf springs. They're different than a coil spring. Just like a coil spring needs to soften up some too. If you get a brand new, you can put like a lift on your Wrangler. You put like a 6-inch lift on your Wrangler. The coil springs are going to soften up a little bit too after you run them more.
Right.
The same thing, so you'll get a little more flex. Like you probably, I don't know how much you get, maybe 3 or 4 more inches of flex after they soften up. Because generally, well, like my brother's leaf sprung Toyotas, the truck gets better. The truggy gets better articulation in the rear than the 4Runner does, because the leaf springs are long, a good amount longer. Probably like, I don't even know, maybe 8 inches longer or something.
Right.
So they flex more, because that's all downside. That's what you do is you want the longest leaf springs you can fit. If you're going to run leaf springs on like a Samurai, an old like leaf sprung truck, or like a Toyota truck or a Toyota 4Runner, you want to get the longest leaf springs you can fit on there. Because what it is, the shorter the leaf spring, the less it flexes, and the
Exactly.
and the worse it's going to ride. So that's why like people take Samurais and put um, stock Toyota like 80, 84 Toyota pickup springs on there, because the flex is better, and it gives you a better ride.
Yeah.
If you're going to ride it on the street, but if you just off road it, you could put like super long leaf springs on it if you wanted to.
Exactly.
And then you would put like Samurai. What you do is you put the standard like YJ Wrangler springs, and the front and rear stock ones that come on a YJ Wrangler, the front and rear stock ones that come off of a like 84 Toyota pickup or 4Runner. And then what you do is, to get better articulation, you put those cantilever shackles that open up and close, and then you can get um, like over 3 feet of articulation out of a Samurai.
Wow.
I mean, which is enough to pretty much go most places. I mean,
Right.
and then like
Well,
my brother,
Brad,
okay, yeah.
I'm thinking about ending this. I got some things I got to get done. It's already 2:30.
Okay. Oh, and Sunny, Stormy said, "Greetings from my little fur baby, Sunny and Stormy." That's what their channel name is, of course.
Yeah.
Or two
Yeah.
cat.
A lot of people, when she first come around, they said, "What is that? A porn channel?" I said, "No, that's her freaking cats." You know.
Yeah. But there
I
there is
mean,
a porn star named Sunny Stormy.
yeah, I know there is.
Yeah.
And
I think she's retired now.
yeah,
I don't know.
but no disrespect to Sonny, she's a good
No.
person. So
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
yeah. I
Yeah.
just, I had to set some people right one day. I said, no, Sunny and Stormy
Yeah.
are her two cats. You go to her channel, you'll see she has her cat videos in there,
Yeah. She has
and
some videos, not a lot of videos.
yeah, you're right.
Here's a few
Well,
videos.
I made one for a while back, but she couldn't figure out how to upload it.
Yeah.
I put music to it. I gave her full rights to it, and it was her cat. And yeah, I put dramatic music to it and all that, but she couldn't figure out how to.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure some way of sending it to her so she could upload it into her channel, but
Mhm.
she couldn't figure it
Yeah.
out. So
She has, how many videos does she have? She has a good amount of more videos than I thought. They're all cat videos though.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But I suppose I'm gonna back on out of here and pick up
Yeah.
stuff and wash my hands up. And
Mhm.
My wife.
So
has
what
been work-
you were saying that thing has a 350 in it, right?
What's that?
The motor that's in the or the engine that's in the that side that a golf cart is a 350, right?
No, it's a 402 cc.
Oh, okay. So it's
It's a
um
400 cc motor, basically.
out of what?
It's an actual golf cart engine. It's from the commercial, their commercial golf carts. They use bigger engines in them because they're designed to haul heavier loads.
Oh, okay. So
And
it
so,
wasn't out of like an ATV or a
no,
dirt
no,
bike or
no,
anything.
no. It's off their commercial cart, which is a bigger horsepower, bigger displacement, and I had to do a
Utility
few
cart,
things.
yeah.
Yeah, I had to do a few things to put it in there, and basically it was a 9 horse stock. It's like 18 horse now, and it went from 12 mile an hour. It'll do over 40 miles an hour, but you drive something like that at 40 mile an hour, you're scared. So,
Yeah. Well, I know. I used to have a Yamaha Warrior that do like 60, whatever the hell it did.
yeah.
Well, if they had an aftermarket pipe on it, it would do. I think it would do at least 60. It was. Well, I rode a 400 in the four. My uncle used to have a 400EX, and the 400EX was probably about 5 miles per hour faster. But it was
That,
the Warrior was plenty fast though. Frick, it was plenty
that little
fast.
quad, that little quad I ride around up for my channel, that's sitting in another building here. Uh, that
Yeah,
little
the
thing,
Polaris.
that little thing will scare you,
Hmm.
just for what it is. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
because
says,
riding an ATV is different. Yeah,
yeah, it's not as big as what you think either, but, I can ride it, you can slide the back end around and it gets right out and goes, and it's obviously it's piped, so it's really loud, but,
yeah. It's like obnoxiously loud. Well, it's not probably really obnoxious loud 'cause it's running a small motor in it.
yeah, it's a 125 motor in it, so,
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you were to put a pipe on a 125 as opposed to like my Warrior I had that had a super trap exhaust on it, that thing was freaking really loud.
exactly, so,
Probably like double, probably 20 or 30 decimals louder than that 125 probably because I've seen 125 four-stroke quads go, or not quads but like motorcycles go, and they're not that loud really. I mean my Yamaha Warrior stock was louder than a 125, even with a pipe
yeah.
on it was slightly louder. And it
Well,
was pretty damn loud. I went and raced. I remember when I had the Yamaha where I let my brother borrow it, and he was up at a track in from about 40 minutes, 45 minute drive from here. And he was living with a guy at the time that knew this guy that had a track that was down the road from his house. It was probably a couple miles from his house. And it was a no shit and lie, like a mile and a half or 2 mile motocross track. And I was riding, me and my brother were riding my quad around on it. Well, my quad was I thought it was louder than a stock CR 500.
Wow.
The pipe on there was pretty damn loud. Of course the CR 500 had a different pitch because it's a two stroke and it has like a different sound. But of course the CR 500 would have been louder without a pipe on, but the pipe probably added 12 to 15 decibels probably because like now on the dunes they regulate like the dunes in Oregon. There's one dune they regulate because there's houses that are like a half a mile away from it or something. They
Right.
they regulate the dB level you can have, so it's like
Well,
92
here,
and
well, here they regulate too, on our trail system. I know for a fact that little quad wouldn't pass.
yeah. Because my
But
uncle goes, yeah, I remember you saying when he used to have his 400EX like years ago. He goes, yeah, it was stock 87 dBs, and he goes, you put any aftermarket pipe on it, it's above the limit of 92 because the limit was 92 to go up the dunes. Florence, which is south of Eugene, or which is
what they're basically doing to you is they're trying to discourage you from putting pipe, doing that stuff to them.
Yeah, putting like aftermarket pipes on her, or if you put like engine mods, like if you put reeds in your, if you have a carburetor, or you freaking, or you put um like engine mods, like you were to put a um bigger carburetor on your carbureted quad, or you were to put a Wiseco piston in it, it's going to be louder than the 92 dBs.
Yeah.
I think that's what it
Well,
still is, 92.
yeah, that little quad runs a Wiseco, piston in it, and it's got a different rod, it's got different.
So it's probably getting probably, I don't know, 5 to 6 more horsepower more than stock, probably.
I'm gonna say it's 7 to 8 more.
Oh, okay.
All I know is if I sit on it and take off, I can, when it was stock, 'cause I bought and did all the stuff. I drove it when it was stock. It would barely do 15 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
Now it'll break the tires loose. 60 mile an hour is not out of the question. So
Oh, yeah, 'cause I know someone who had a, um, what the hell they call that thing? It was a Sick MX. They don't even make those things anymore. It was a little 125cc pit bike. Fuck that thing's stock. What they did, they took a Honda CR50 frame. Those companies do, and they put like a 2 or 3 inch taller wheel and tire on it, and then they put BMX handlebars. They put like a seat, a little higher seat on it, and they put a 125 motor, which they have to lay down at an angle. They have to lay it down at an angle so it fits in there, and then they put an aftermarket pipe on them. Oh, those things rip. Those things do like 50 or something. Because I saw a guy race one of my brother's friends used to have the guy I knew that had the 125. He raced a guy on a 400EX, and that little bike almost kept up with the 400EX for the first probably for the first 50 yards.
wow.
And then the bike started keep with it. It was fast enough that if you weren't careful, even a guy like my size, with I'm 5'8", it would wheelie and throw you off.
Right.
Because that little bike probably only weighed not even 100 pounds,
Exactly.
and it's like half the weight of that little quad, and it's running the same motor in it with an aftermarket pipe on it. So it's probably maybe a couple maybe 2 or 3 horsepower less.
Yeah. Well, Brett, I think I'm gonna have to end this now because I gotta get things picked up.
Mhm.
I mean, I gotta run up to Ludington. I gotta get fuel.
Oh yeah.
I gotta fill up my cans for the cart. I gotta
Mhm.
top off my truck. So
Well, you could
stuff like
you
that.
could actually, yeah, you could add, well, you probably could do where you just pull the trailer up, and if you had it on a trailer, just pull the trailer up and then just use the nozzle right in it.
Well,
Put up like a car, right?
what's that?
The cart has like the fuel filter's out like on the side of it, right? Or no?
No, I have to tip the seat up. The gas can tank's underneath the.
Oh, okay. It's not like a quad or a motorcycle where
No.
you can just if you had it on a trailer and the gas pump hose was long enough with the
Right.
nozzle, you could just fill it
Well,
right up.
I could run it over to the campground, and they got rec fuel over there. And
But it's
I
probably
could run over
expensive.
there. Almost $6 a gallon, so.
Yeah,
What I do
here
is- what I-
gas is like around 5, I think. A
So
little
what
less
I
than
do
that.
is I just go buy fuel, and I got additives here I put in with it. I put octane booster and stuff in with it, so.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, it's like whatever the hell that shit's called.
Yeah, I
Lucas
use,
Oil makes one.
guess what I got right here.
Well, your camera's messed up, so I can't see it. Your camera's been frozen for a while.
Oh, has it?
You probably just got to
Well,
click it off and click it back on.
Yeah, probably.
Just click
Oh,
it back
is
off.
froze.
Click it back off and click it back on and see if that works. Really fast. Did you click it on and off?
Uh,
See if that works.
It's recording. Okay, my camera's gone. Webcam.
And then now click it, now hit it back on. Because you're using a different camera, yeah. So
Yeah, so I'm not using on the computer, but I'm
not the
gonna back on
laptop.
out of, I'm gonna back on out of here anyway, so,
Okay.
all right, Brett, I'll see
Yep.
you later. then.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me on. It was
No
fun.
problem.
Bye, everybody in chat. I am out.
All right, see y'all later. Bye-bye.